Hello everybody, happy Thursday! It's time for more The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. How's everybody doing today?
Think of what the most out of context
Hi.
5 to 10 seconds. I'm like, what?
You were late.
You're late!
Damn it!
We're having a real normal one. We're just real pumped for the Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
We were talking about something extremely conspicuous, and
then I please talk about something less conspicuous, and then try to think of something else to talk about that would be weirder for you to come into, and that was even more conspicuous. So we gave up.
Great.
Yeah.
And then you showed up.
just made a suggestion literally like 10 seconds before you undeafened.
I made very sure I was watching whether or not Molly was deafened or not when I said I had my eye on the server.
Hello.
We will tell you later.
When you're older.
Fantastic.
Oh, Selfie, hi.
When I'm
Specifically about 4 hours older.
4 hours, 4 hours older, I will get to know things.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I should be streaming to Discord. I'm currently not doing that. You might want to see the game.
Nice.
I'm missing out on the
I'll play it on my Switch.
tune. Just go play along on our separate devices. All of us except for Shasta owns a copy of the game. So.
We'll buy a copy
perish.
Buy a copy for Shasta
Just for the bit, yeah.
Just for the bit.
I'll be right back. I forgot that it's warm here and my heat is on, and suddenly my apartment got really hot. I'm like, fuck, I gotta turn it off.
No!
Be back in 1 second. Start
You
without.
can't leave!
Alright, one Mississippi. Alright, he's kicked out.
1 second, bitch,
Shasta's
is
the Sato
over. Ah, shit.
Ah, shit, this thing.
Fuck, I forgot.
Absolutely further test.
Anyway,
Why'd we do
just
this?
started blasting.
We gotta talk to mommy.
Oh, fuck.
The defense objects to the trial ending at this time, my lord.
I beg your pardon.
We demand one final testimony.
Sir, you just won. What?
What, mate?
You what?
I can make unreasonable demands too.
You do realise I'm about to adjudicate in favour of your client, I presume?
What are you playing at now, my Nipponese friend?
Hot coroner big mad.
Why would you want to obstruct the conclusion of the trial at this point?
You know, just a glutton for punishment.
Duly noted.
Same.
No defense lawyer. No defense lawyer in his right mind would do that.
Call me crazy.
Mr. Naruhodo, what exactly are you thinking?
The truth. The whole truth. And a way to bring it all out into the open.
Right.
Yes, in hindsight.
There it is.
Oh yes, one word of warning before I go. If, in the course of this trial this afternoon, you perceive even a shadow of doubt about the truth, don't let it out of your sight. Pursue it like a dog with a bone. To the bitter end, you understand. Do not falter, whatever may come to pass.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes knew. He must have deduced that this would happen. Yes, I'm here in court to advocate for my client and to secure an acquittal.
Obviously.
But that's not all. I believe that I have a duty to the court to pursue the whole truth of the case until every last detail is laid bare. And that is why the defense calls for further testimony from Dr. Scythe. Testimony from me. About what? About the nature of your collaboration with Mr. Enoch Drebber.
At least she looks down at you.
In case it's escaped your attention, I've already admitted to everything I did. The whole truth has already been revealed. So stop wasting everyone's time. Gah! As his lordship made very plain, your client will get the acquittal you wanted for him. There's simply no point protracting this business further with another tedious cross-examination.
Objection!
Pray forgive my careless handling of that hallowed bottle. I slipped.
But you didn't, you dramatic fuck.
Oh!
I slipped.
I slipped. Whoopsies.
Is there somebody who
My
like yelps
bad.
behind him, and there's like 5 bottles just broken in a line
God.
in the gallows?
That's what you call it!
In the gallows?
You know what the fuck I mean? What do you call it?
Gallery?
Behind him are just a bunch
Gallery.
of hanging people, or all the people he sentenced to death.
Yeah, sure. Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Oh
of.
my god.
Oh my god. Oh, what is your objection, Lord Van Zeeks?
The prosecution also calls for supplementary testimony from the witness.
Double team!
Fuck yeah.
Don't be stupid.
He knows he's already going out of the courtroom.
That's who I am.
Style.
He's fucked up. Like,
Oh yeah.
if there is more to this case than has yet come to light, then I will join my learned friend in pursuing the facts until the bitter end.
You what?
Hey, you rhymed.
Lord Von Zeeks.
This is most irregular, to say the least. However, as the prosecution also calls for it, I will uphold the request. Dr. Scythe, you will testify for the court.
Oh god.
Explaining the full extent of your involvement in the murder apparently committed by Mr. Drebber.
Very well. Hey Alex, thanks for lurking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Way forgive. Did I do a slippy whippy fucky wucky?
I hate
God, please
No,
clip it.
try this, why?
Clip it and ship it.
I'm clipping it, don't worry.
Send us to hell.
We're already there.
Thanks, I'll hydrate.
Molly told me like last week that this was the third to last case, and we have 2 more cases, and I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
This is a long fucking case.
I thought there were like 2 more cases. I thought this was like the second to last. I didn't think this was third. Good fuck.
Right? That's what the people are saying when it's like, this game just like goes hard for the latter half.
Oh lord.
It all began at the scene when I saw the waxwork and the note tucked inside its jacket.
Hey, little guy, look at your mouth. I should call you Trevor.
Nillaval, thank you for the follow.
Hey.
The actual body.
Oh,
of the victim-
Nilla!
That sounded less like excited surprise and more like ah!
I closed my screen to see the text because I have Molly's stream really small. Ah! I mean, I sent her the link 5 minutes ago, so I figured she'd be here. Okay.
actual body of the victim, as indicated in the note's instructions, was beneath the experimentation stage. The body had to be arranged in certain ways to implicate the defendant, which was my job. I enlisted the help of the entire forensic investigation team to dress the scene appropriately.
Oh, so they're all fucked.
The truth about the execution 10 years ago is a state secret of the highest level. I had to protect it.
Sam, you can't go around telling strangers you're gonna name your child after them.
Oh.
Naruhodo is making a habit of spreading state secrets in court.
Oh, it sure is. God, this is the third time! So I was right. The stage and the machine were all specially designed for the deception. So it seems. And all meticulously prepared. You did well to see through it. You're a very shrewd boy.
I knew you were gonna react, you fucking simp.
So kind of you to say.
What about this autopsy report then?
All I did was record the location of the body as being in the Crystal Tower instead of under the stage.
That's all. That's a terrible corruption.
Only my team were aware of the deceit, and then only under my explicit instructions. Nobody else at Scotland Yard knew anything about it, I assure you.
We must be thankful for small mercies, I suppose. Well, I believe that testimony has clarified everything. There's no particular need for a cross-examination, I would say.
No, I disagree. I can't shake the feeling that something's wrong. Just look at that expression on Dr. Sight's face.
I think she just always looks like that.
It's the defense's right
Yeah,
to cross-examine
like,
any
trying
witness
to
following
smile.
testimony.
She's just kind of like,
What is it about you Japanese that makes you all so doggedly persistent?
Very well. If you so decide, Counsel, proceed with the cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. Me, talking to myself for an hour.
Hold it!
From what you described before, it sounds like the note was anonymous. Did you have any idea who was behind it? There are very few people in the know about what really happened 10 years ago to start with. But anyway, I'd never heard of this engineer, so no, I had no idea. Yet despite not knowing who was behind the plan, you went along with it. I had no choice. Protecting the professor's secret was my only concern.
But the horse is bolted now, and the stable door will never shut. Will never shut again.
Okay.
It's hard to say that. I'm sorry. Scotland Yard's reputation will be immeasurably damaged as a result of all this.
Yes, thank you, Lord Von Zeeks. I'm well aware of that.
So as I understand it, when you found the birdcage what you found in the birdcage was a waxwork model. Where then was the victim's body? I'm all stuffed up and it makes the judge so hard.
Oh.
Hold it!
So you knew about the special construction of the stage used to carry out the trick, then? It was quite obvious what had happened with the victim and the waxwork. And you switched the two over, didn't you? In other words, you recorded the victim's body as having been discovered in the Crystal Tower. And the waxwork? I wrapped it and sent it by carriage to the specified address at the specified time. And why were you given such directions?
Presumably so it could be recovered by Drebber and returned to Madame Tuspel's.
I see. And then you put the birdcage back on the experimentation stage? Yes, although someone obviously made a mistake about which cage should go where. I thought I'd made it perfectly clear to the team, but still. I suppose you were focused on the victim's body, that being a more important detail. It's like, bitch, shut up.
Hold it!
When you say arranged, I presume you mean with this. Yes, the instructions in the engineer's note said something along the lines of fabricate some evidence to make it clear that Hairbrain alone could have killed Asmon. So, you mean that was your doing? I fetched Hairbrain's ridiculous screwdriver from the stage and took it with me, alone, to the abyss under the stage where the birdcage had fallen.
There's just a nun down there. Here you go.
Snow, thank you for lurking.
Alone, Doctor.
I didn't feel it would be appropriate to involve anybody else in that particular part of the deception. Okay, hi. Oh, Jesus. This is really
That's
intense
ominous.
music.
Yeah, what the fuck?
There was a void under the stage where I found the birdcage lying in the dirt. I approached it, leaned down, and slowly opened it up. Then, I took the screwdriver in both hands and plunged it into the man's chest.
This is very Zero Escape.
Right? Better animated.
I mean, yeah. Had bigger budget.
And then you noted in your fake autopsy report as a fictitious cause of death. Exactly.
So the actual cause of death was...
The trauma resulting from the 30-foot drop.
My word. It's only 3d6 fall damage.
He was a noble, so his stats are pretty
Yeah,
bad.
never. That's Garbo.
For humans who just like have like 10 HP, right? Something like that. Yeah. So.
Not Garbo. I think nobles have a little bit more than that.
A little
Still
more,
bad.
a little better. Not a lot, but a little bit. Crit
Not
fail.
Galeer levels.
Acrobatics check. He was stuck in a cage. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I think you
Automatic
auto fail.
Auto fail.
Yeah.
What is it, Mrs. Otto?
Something about Dr. Scythe's last statement is playing on my mind, that's all.
Well, you should uninstall the playground. That was a bad joke. I'm so sorry.
Like, running uninstall launcher.exe.
Yes, mine too.
It turns into a computer.
Dr. Scythe. Oh, there's really no need to shout. I can hear you perfectly well. The defense calls for you to add what you just said to your formal testimony. Oh, which part? What I want her to supplement her testimony with is... Oh.
The real cause of death?
Ah!
You're welcome me.
Because we have... Parent stab wound. Yeah, I guess the real cause of death is what we want to investigate here, right?
Wait. Did she say that she left the screwdriver in his chest? Or just that she stabbed him with
she
it?
just said she plunged it into his chest.
Okay. Where was he stabbed? Maybe that's the thing.
His
is
neck
that
is broken. Okay. Hemorrhage of a wound
I mean,
from the
that can
chest
happen.
that pierced the heart inflicted by a sharp implement.
Yeah,
A broken
neck
vertebra.
would make sense, she
Most
said.
likely
Yeah.
resulting from
Mhm.
impact after a sudden fall from considerable height.
None of this doesn't check out.
Cause of death, hemorrhage of a wound to the chest that pierced the heart inflicted by a sharp implement. I guess we can always come back and, like,
I think
Switch
we
it.
probably can, yeah.
they usually let us come back and switch it.
Yeah.
And just be like, no, actually, I wanted you to add the other thing because that's what we need.
Yeah, because maybe something about the way she words it when she actually adds it to her testimony will
Right.
give us a hint.
Yeah, I think what we want is what she did.
That is the thing that we didn't already know, so that would make sense. Like, we
Right.
didn't have her
Because
specifics.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm with you on that.
I think the weird part
Because
is...
our evidence confirms the real cause of death.
Mm-hmm.
how you stabbed Mr. Asman in the chest. That part. Fine, if that's what you want. There's really no need to point. Zeke's points.
The prosecution concurs. Points.
And she's just like, you're also pointing.
You're gonna break those fingers.
Very well. You will supplement your testimony now, witness.
She's gonna do what my mom did when she was a teenager and try to break her cousin's fingers and then try to put them back.
Oh, God!
We're just gonna move past that one, I think.
Oh, all right.
Alex, what the fuck?
Huh?
I mean, it was
No,
an accident
no.
initially.
If you wish,
Yeah.
my
I
lord.
think we can move past this one.
That's an anecdote that you don't need to supply again or ever elaborate on.
That's the deep lore.
My internet
Could've
crapped out during that, and I
elaborated
feel like I'm blessed.
You
Yeah,
have
you
been
are.
blessed. You would not want to hear what just happened. I stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest.
Oh, this does give me Lana vibes. Like, didn't Lana do the same thing? Like, fake a stabbing to...
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Was,
Did
was
that,
it
yeah.
was the fake carrier out of a stabbing?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly true, yeah.
So it was you who stabbed Asman with this. Yes, far easier than dissection, I assure you. No precision required. What a welcome change. The victim died instantly from a snapped neck. All I did was carry out the instructions I'd been given.
As unflinchingly as ever, no doubt.
You know, part of me wonders if maybe we need the other statement because maybe he wasn't dead.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, and she killed. She doesn't. What if she doesn't know that she killed him?
I
Fuck.
mean,
She thinks that So all she would be doing is admitting to accessory. She wouldn't be admitting to the actual murder.
So Shasta's joke about just 3d6 damage was actually pathetic.
Hell yeah. I mean, it would make sense because he's a noble, but he's also a criminal, so he'd have other stats.
He'd be a little better.
It's
God,
true.
D&D logic.
I imagine you didn't bat an eyelid when you drove the weapon into his body. So I want to say eye shield. Whatever the fuck that means.
There was no need to bat my eyelids.
Also, it makes sense for him to have broken legs first, since he fell legs first, right?
Right, because
That's
the...
unclear.
I don't think we
to
know
me
that.
right now.
I mean, we do.
No, it's not unclear.
The impact of like
Oh, it did at the bottom. You're right.
Oh.
Yeah, because
It
the
hit
one
the
that fell
but
head
that-
first was the one that was missing.
right, but the shock could like the shockwave going through your body could actually
Yeah,
break.
it absolutely could have broken the neck, but I feel like it would have broken other things first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
But
his
neck could also
ankles
be
aren't
broken.
shattered, and they should be. And what else did you do to twist the facts? Remind the court, why don't you? If you wish.
Hold it!
The entire team in perverting the course of justice. My team consists of the very best investigators there are. I demand loyalty from all members. We operate on a code of chivalry of sorts. You aid and abet a murderer, commit perjury, and dare to talk of chivalry. It was a matter of priorities. What? Nothing was more important than protecting the secret of the professor. My team did what was necessary without losing sight of the primary goal. I consider their conduct exemplary. Ugh.
Don't concede the point, Mr. Naruhodo. You mustn't let her win. I was eating some chips. I haven't talked in like 5 minutes. I took
I
one
need
bite
a
of chip.
lawyer.
I get a lot of dialogue.
You are a lawyer.
I'll take that silence as tacit acceptance. Now, can we move on?
Hold it!
But at what cost? Faith in Scotland Yard is going to suffer a terrible blow as a result of this.
And your precious secret is out now anyway.
Yes, as you say. And I take full responsibility. Blow me down! Go to his eyes!
Forgot. I think I hit with gets.
Surely there was some other way you could have protected the secret. No, there really wasn't. I've done my utmost, believe me. In many ways, I respect your determination. Whew. I nearly froze under that cold stare as she said that.
I do believe she was being genuine, though, Mr. Naruhodo.
So that's her story.
She's admitted everything and revealed her full involvement in the crime. I do wonder if there could really be much more to it.
Well, I don't know, but I just have a feeling.
Do you, Mr. Naruhodo?
More than a feeling.
The truth is, I find it strange too.
Oh,
How those two are reacting to this in completely opposite ways, I mean.
yes, exactly. For some reason, I feel sure they're still trying to hide something. But what? Okay.
What?
But what?
What?
So, plunged a stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged a screwdriver into the chest. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Stab wound in the chest.
In the titty.
Right in the neck.
Right in the tip.
His eyes were open in their flashback, but closed there.
True. Weirdly.
Because he's dead.
She could have done the. They also could have done the like close the eyes and the body thing
Mm-hmm.
before that picture
Yeah.
was taken.
That's yeah, probably. It's kind of.
How did she get in there to stab him?
Yeah.
That's a
Good
question. I mean, is it locked? I mean, she could just open it, right? I mean,
I stood
She didn't say
over
she
the
opened it.
victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest. She would have had to, like, fucking... She couldn't have used both hands.
Would have been a precision strike.
Oh, she did say she opened it. Try this.
It's not
She
in the
didn't say in
testimony.
the testimony.
It's not in the testimony. Ah,
got him.
got him. Got him.
Can we circle back to the head? Please, Madam Testos.
Can we look at the
Really just
head?
gotta take
Please, God, I want to take the fucking. Ah!
Can we see this
look
man?
at him. Leonardo DiCaprio looking ass.
It's gonna be us.
Renoxicate.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be you, Levi.
No, it's
It's gonna be a
Levi.
Jacob review.
Oh. Well, geez. I don't want that secret out.
Stop! Go back.
That you've been dead.
Like,
But I'm a
200 years
serial
old and
killer.
I've been doing a serial killer. Being a serial killer.
How do I know if there's a way to...
Autoplay?
No, there's a way to, like,
Speed up.
speed up the dialogue, and I don't...
I only know how to do it on Switch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it like period? That's what was for.
Options. Keys. Keys.
The buttons in this game are exceedingly weird. Hold down the mouse button.
Dreyfus, that's what I was doing. Well, his eyes are closed. I
Wait.
think it's just like...
His eyes are closed.
Oh yeah,
also
I leaned over the
gate
bird
is
cage and
open.
opened it up.
Okay, yeah.
Slam. Welcome to the
And welcome
jam.
to the jam.
Yeah, oh wow.
Come on, slam.
I said
You
with the
know-
energy of. Oh, sorry.
No, God. If you think it'd be appropriate, I'm sure you can ask Dr. Scythe to change supplementary testimony.
Change it!
Sorry.
Dr. Sai, what you said before about the real cause of death, I believe that may be significant, so could you change your supplementary statement to explain that instead? Very well. The actual cause of death was the neck trauma Asman suffered from the 30-foot fall.
Hold it!
I guess it might be that, because then, like, we could present the autopsy and be like, so you also fabricated the cause of death, not just where he was.
Not just this part. Yeah.
Because she did say before, not in the testimony, that the only thing that she lied about was where the body was located.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite sure of that? It was a result of a broken neck? Yes. As a professional, that was more than apparent.
You'd never know just by looking at the photograph of the victim, though, would you?
No, that's very true. Obviously not. Which is precisely why coroners are needed to determine the actual facts. Yes, assuming they can be trusted.
There's no point calling her assessment into question without evidence. Let's get back to the testimony.
Okay, so I
So we
think
got to present evidence.
I think we have to present the autopsy report. Very well. Because the autopsy report we have states explicitly that it was the stab wound that killed him. So this is just us confirming that she's a big fat liar. I think.
Are you gonna?
If it's not that, it might be
I
the
think
case.
you're right.
Because we're
No.
saying that.
I think you're right. I think it's like, hey, but you said this.
You're a liar. You're a double liar, and that makes you an even
they're
worse
saying, like,
liar.
The Von comparing her, I would try it, but Von Zeke said something like, there's no use questioning the validity of her autopsy without proof, and then to present without evidence, and then give the evidence being the report, which it's one she did anyway. So like it's we should try it though.
Yeah, I think the
we're
thing is,
questioning the validity
what
of
we've
her
established-
autopsy because she explicitly stated
what she has said in the past. Yeah, what she said in the
okay.
past was that she only changed where the body was, not the cause of death.
right, and so we are questioning her validity as a coroner because she said the cause of death was a stab wound.
Objection!
Do you exit instead?
Yeah, I did. Okay. But they're
Right,
different.
that-
They're contradictory.
Fuck!
You
They're
asshole.
explicitly contradictory, but sure, game.
That last
Thank you.
statement
But
would
she's
seem
saying
to be
she-
at odds somehow.
But you're
with
saying
the
she lied
evidence.
about it though.
She didn't say that she lied about the cause of death in her autopsy report. She said that she lied about the location of the body. So this was like we kind of were gonna be like, hey, did you also lie about this? And then she would have to be like, yes, obviously. But at least we moved along a little bit.
God, this music fucks.
Mhm.
Somebody is clicking real loud. Alex? Set text skip on. Okay. Go to gameplay. Text skip. Enable or Oh, the reason I have it off is because it skips unread text.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
It does. It explicitly
Yeah,
says enable or
skipping of
disable the
unread
skipping of
text.
unread text in the game.
Which is
Then it
not
should be just on then, because it's just on in the Switch version, like the red text version.
So weird. So I don't want to accidentally speed through unread text. So I guess I'll just suffer. Or for some reason it decided... Maybe it decided it was technically unread text because it was the second time we'd pressed a statement that would give us another supplementary statement. I don't know. Somebody find that lost cat.
She's sleeping right now, unfortunately.
Well, that one's not lost, is it?
Sometimes when she wakes me up at night, I wish she was. Okay, we're real fucking bratty at night. You just drive me goddamn nuts.
Spacebar doesn't work either. Okay, that's good to know. I use left mouse or spacebar, depending on how I am situated. But I did try holding down left click previously. The wooden bird cage that was used for the demonstration, it crashed down with the victim inside into the crystal tower. I mean,
It might be what Shasta said, where it's like, well, if it was the neck wounds from the cage be busted a little bit more at the top.
Yeah, I think this is worth a shot.
okay.
I love the percussion in this.
Yeah,
Like, what is
that
that?
looks great.
Glockenspiel or Celeste or some shit? I don't know which one it is.
It really sets it in the time period. Like, it
Ooh,
really feels
nice.
like a different era than the other.
For
Objection.
sure.
Nope.
Damn it.
Mother.
Well, I guess it's time to just start presenting shit.
One by one, down the line.
I mean,
Here
we can
go.
go back to the other
go.
statement.
I mean, I think
Do
this
it for
one,
both.
considering, unless the line from Zeke's was a, you don't have evidence for this, do a different thing, he said, like, something about evidence and
but
this statement.
it was specifically about after I had basically made a character accusation against Syke.
Hmm.
I explicitly said the autopsy report's only good if the coroner is not lying to us. And Zeke said, don't say shit you don't have evidence for.
Well, we do have evidence that she's a shit, that she lies of it, because we have the past autopsy report. She's lied to both. Maybe it's that.
That's true. We do have...
Do it. Because Try said this is one of the hardest bits of logic in the game.
Oh,
So-
yeah, she lied about the professors, too.
Yeah.
She did.
Explicitly.
She did
Come on,
explicitly.
So we're bringing it back around, is what's happening.
No. Surely something about that last statement seems odd,
You
doesn't it?
fuck. All right. Let's go through the fucking evidence again.
I think all these suggestions have made sense, and I stand by them.
No, they do.
They do.
I think-
There's just something else. There's something
We haven't figured out
more.
what they want us to do yet.
There's something more relevant, I think, to what we're talking about right now, and it's either with this statement or her other one. We're not sure yet. Is the problem? It's either he
Yeah.
died from the 30th
It's
wall,
Thing when
or
it's one statement,
something
it's
about
another thing when
her.
it's two different statements.
Something about her stabbing him through the chest is a problem.
Sus.
Sus.
Because it's probably not the armband.
Probably not our armband. Believe it or
One
not.
of these days, our armband is actually going to be either our armband or someone's badge is going to be actual evidence.
I mean, it's gonna be important when we're fighting Cosima.
We're fighting
Fighting?
him physically.
Yes.
Essentially.
He's going to try to stab us in the arm, and it's like he can't. And it's like the power of justice protect the arm.
Well, I mean, it was his armband.
was.
So we'll
So
probably like
true.
present it to get all the memories back.
It's because it's got Kevlar.
Okay,
That's the-
we're gonna focus on trying to find evidence right
Yeah,
now,
sorry.
please.
Try this. No, I'm sorry.
How dare you?
How fucking dare you, Tritus 2077?
Go to your room.
Fucking get timed out. Try this.
Oh,
Oh my god.
okay. So we've got the
Okay,
newspaper.
we should figure this out.
We've got the newspaper with various articles about world-leading science and technology, and also Zeke's getting assaulted in the streets.
I forgot about that. I forgot that's how this trial started.
Yeah.
Right.
Tony, I'm sorry. I don't know that song. Maybe Molly does.
Thank you, Tony. It will happen. We have the crossbow found hidden under the tree. Behind a tree under the experimentation stage. It belongs to Enoch Drebber. We have the canvas. We have the sketch of the experimentation stage, which basically tells us nothing? Because it doesn't give us distances, so we can't be like, oh, but the experimentation stage isn't 30 feet tall. I don't remember.
It's probably not that then.
Dude stabbed in the chest.
He looks so peaceful.
Except for the blood in his
How did those-
chest.
We've been over this before, but how do those glasses stay on?
Very, very tight on that nose.
Fucking just pinching the shit
his
out of the bridge
brow
of
is-
his nose.
Forever furrowed.
And with like a
It's a piercing.
It's a piercing! Oh god.
God damn.
I mean, no, that's a
Yeah.
uncommon piercing
Oh
location.
yeah, I know,
The-
but,
the
but
nose.
just for them to also like have
That's
monocle,
heavy.
like spectacles
That's fair.
attached to
That's
them.
fair.
That's very heavy. I mean, it's also heavy metal, so.
Glasses stay on during murder.
I'm not so much thinking about the heaviness of like if somebody got caught, because that's a lot bigger than like a ring.
Okay,
to
we
get
can
caught on
stop. We can
something.
stop. We can stop. Gross. I made a bad call.
Sorry.
I said a bad thing. And I was mid-stretch, and I was like, fuck, I should stop this. We should stop. Oh, God.
Oh god, what have I started? No, please. Undo.
But imagine me doing that with my arms, like, stretched out as far as they could possibly go, and, like, my back arched over. Like, I'd be like, ah, fuck.
I made a mistake.
I made a mistake.
Okay, we have the metal
Go from stretched
screwdriver.
out to cringed up.
Was found poking through the grill in the base of what remains of the kinesis machine. It has a very distinctive handle.
I guess how. I know, because I'm sure she had plenty of time to go put it.
Oh
there.
yeah, she had plenty of time to like
Well,
put shit wherever the fuck she wanted it to
All
be.
the time she could have wanted.
So this crashed down into the crystal tower, busting up its base. He's wearing a monocle.
Also a piercing.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Okay.
huh.
This piece of
Interesting.
glass is almost as thick as it is wide.
Yes, I've never seen anything like it.
If you were to compare it to a human, only Mr. Sholmes has such thick skin.
There's really no need for such a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, as you well know.
Thank you, Em. We will hydrate. Anyway, it can only be from the crystal tower, surely.
Yes, I think so too. It was probably made especially to meet the demands of that great structure.
Great. Wonderful. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'll take one of those at least. I've got a big glass of water.
Sheer rage. I
Three
also have
more
a glass of water
sips.
along with my Dr. Pepper.
4 more sips.
Maybe you should make it more expensive.
Mm. You can actually set cooldowns for
Oh, that's
certain
true,
ones. So
yeah.
Molly can set that cooldown for like an hour.
That's too
That's a long
long.
time.
I
5
guess.
minutes.
I
Maybe
usually
10.
don't have the problem of people abusing the hydrate redeem.
It almost
But
always
3
happens
of
on
them
Thursdays.
are
On the
people
streamer.
in the call with me right now. And
Who's
are doing
currently
this
drinking
explicitly
coconut
to
water?
harass me.
You can't prove
What
that.
if I just like
I
sent
drink
like
just
5
much.
hydrates in a row?
I've got
Yeah.
almost
Is there-
200,000.
Nobody take away
Yeah.
my favorite
I'll
hydrate.
turn it
I
off
can
for
make you
everybody.
hydrate like a million times.
Okay, we have the camera.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna
I'm
do that
gonna
anymore.
fucking kill every single one of
No,
you,
no, I
and
should've
you're not
started it.
going to be invited back to my Great Ace Attorney streams, and I'll finish the game by myself.
Aw.
Joke's on you, I'll be done in 2 days.
Probably go faster without us.
Joke's on you, I'll be done by fucking tomorrow.
Alright.
Yeah, I believe
Science trophy, the waxwork
I
head,
fucking would.
the killer's autopsy report from the professor, the post-explosion photograph. There's just a lot happening in this photo.
Is there anything important happening in the photo?
The metal floor of the stage has been blown open by the explosion. This is the explosion after the bomb went off.
Yes.
I think the only thing it really reveals is that there's a big gaping hole underneath the experimentation stage. Driver's contract. And then the article about Drebber seeing the professor crawl out of his grave. I'm gonna have her switch her testimony.
Hold it!
Bam. Change it. I stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest. Do we present the autopsy report here? Because our autopsy report says he died
That's how
from
he
a stab
died.
wound.
Oh god, if it is, I'm gonna lose it. I'm having too much fun in chat.
Objection!
No.
No. Bamlet.
See, now, Hodo, as the defense lawyer, you need to just learn Shadow Flare.
Bro.
I think I'm having an allergic reaction to this puff.
Oh,
I
cool.
don't know what in it is doing it, but my eye's getting real puffy.
Oh,
Do you
You're gonna keep-
have
you're gonna keep eating it, aren't you?
allergy medication?
Absolutely. You know, I got
Yeah.
some Zyrtec.
Okay.
I don't know why
I was gonna
someone
say you
kept
have an excuse
calling.
for not being able to read, but that felt mean.
I mean, I can't, but also, I don't think Tuspel. I think Tuspel's is done unless she's until she
dead.
finally unlocks that fucking thing. She's done for a while.
Look at this screwdriver. Look at it!
Look at this screwdriver.
How did you put 2 hands on this?
How did you put both your hands on this screwdriver?
What are we doing?
Trying to proceed.
We're trying.
We're struggling. It's because we took a break.
Time to present everything.
Could we ask, like, no one in chat say this. Nobody Let me,
fucking
we're gonna
say
discuss
any
this.
goddamn thing in
Could we
chat.
ask if, would it make sense for us to ask which of the 2 statements it's on? If the answer is no, but I want to pose it as an option.
If we're resorting to let's present
We're resorting
everything,
to
I'd
That's
rather
true.
know which of the 2 we're doing that on.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Try this.
It would suck to
Is
present
it-
everything,
Oh,
and it doesn't
nice.
work.
Try this. Which statement do we need?
Which statement's it on? Try this, help us.
If we've admitted defeat, at least let us have some dignity.
We're on the correct statement.
Okay,
Huzzah!
Yes!
Everything. Okay, we'll start with the things that seem logical. So we
Not
did the
the
autopsy
armband.
report. We did the birdcage.
Screwdriver?
The screwdriver
Did we
was
actually
my
do
next.
screwdriver?
That was my next.
Let's give it a shot.
Objection.
Nope.
Oh, what do you?
I would like to know who put pollen in my pho.
Meanwhile, Alex.
The tree did.
A tree came in your
I would really wish that a tree did not fucking jizz them all in my.
A forest a forest nymph made your food.
Forest
Nerf.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Nerf.
My mouth muscles ain't working great.
A forest milf.
Okay, I have to figure
Oh
out
God, what's the difference?
ad time. How do I run
Every
an ad?
druid ever.
I should change my name to Miles the Forest Nerf.
Run an ad.
Yeah,
Successfully
that's
started an ad.
You spell pho with an O,
Thanks,
right?
Selfie.
PHO, I think, right?
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
what I thought. I've
Pho.
never had to spell it before.
Among Us is doing horses.
Wow.
What? Okay.
not. Let's.
There's an ad going on right now.
Oh, you can do that.
There.
I was like, just kind of filled the dead air. It's just they replaced all the character models with horses.
Oh my god. Oh, for
April
April
Fool's,
Fool's
right.
Day.
Yeah, well, they're like Among Us boys shaped like horses.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Anyone
Oh,
else have a pho
absolutely.
place in their town named the Pho King? Anyone?
It has
That's
to
me.
exist. It
Anyone?
has to exist.
Objection.
So,
Would you
Bruce,
spell Nerf?
oh.
Would you spell Nerf N-E-R-F or N-Y-R-P-H?
I was gonna suggest N-E-R-P-H.
Any RPH is pretty good, yeah.
I do love N-Y-R-P-H.
You spell it Nerf like the gun.
Yeah, that's what I meant, but that's what I accidentally said. But
Objection.
It's the photograph!
God, okay, good. It's over. Case is done.
And we got an ad in the meantime.
Case closed. We did. Thank you, Sophie.
Finally, end of trial.
Yay!
I've got a nasty feeling. I've got a nasty feeling.
Real
Just-
fucking nasty.
just
The nasty little
nasty.
feeling.
Just nasty.
Yours too much trophy.
We watched a Drawfee episode last night where Julio could not stop calling things nasty.
Ah,
Specifically Pokemon.
it's a good word.
She was describing the vibes
Ooh,
of
ooh, ooh,
Pokemon.
music.
Ooh.
New music, new music.
Hello?
That this inconsistency points to an extremely uncomfortable truth.
It's like a chill version of the Pursuit theme.
Mm-hmm.
What on earth is the matter, Council? Have you lost your tongue?
Yeah, the cat got it. I apologize, my lord. Dr. Scythe, in that last statement of yours, there's just one point that seems to defy explanation.
Out with it, my learned friend.
Ooh, this fucks.
Yeah, it's really good.
There's an obvious
I looked to pursue.
inconsistency between your description and this photograph.
What is it,
Shows
though?
the victim in the birdcage following the events that led to his death.
Objection!
Is it the fact that his neck doesn't look broken?
The court has already examined that photograph in depth. There's nothing new we can learn from it.
Objection!
Yes, we have already considered it, that's true. But we now know the facts to be different.
What do you mean?
I believe we should let the defense explain.
Uh-huh.
Why in this photograph would we say the alleged inconsistency with the witness's statement?
I don't know!
It's gotta be either the neck or the stab, right?
Yeah.
Like, if he broke his neck from the fall, you'd expect him to have,
Which
the glasses
statement
problem.
are we on? I think that'll depend on...
I stood over
Wait, it
the
might
victim's
actually be-
corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest.
Okay, so I think it's the chest. Because that's the one we have.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Think about every word.
I stood over...
Can I see? Can I see the cage? Hold on. Can I see the cage real quick? I'm sorry. I just had a
You
thought,
can't get
and
that.
I wanna confirm it.
That
I
was toppled?
stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest.
Maybe not. I was just thinking about how the cage, the part that broke, is kind of in the front, and
So the
So you
two...
think it landed on that side and fell forward?
wouldn't he be facing down? I don't know
The
if
cage,
that's...
the cage that is broken was the one that was actually hit the crystal tower. It's not the one that he was in.
Yeah.
And the one that we have is broken. It's broken on specifically one side, not like
That,
an
but that's the
all-around
one that
shattering
had
of the
the.
base.
That's the one that had the wax work in it.
Yes. It's not this one.
Explicitly.
Yeah. This picture was taken post move.
Yeah, but they moved the cage. They moved the cage too, because we pointed out that it should have had a fractured top half because the crowd saw him falling head first.
Right. But so this is not the case that we have in evidence, is what I'm saying.
Yes, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
Can
And
I
we
see
were
the?
disagreeing on points that we weren't making?
Can I see the? Can we look at the screwdriver as well?
What do you... Why?
I just want to look at it. I just want to see it.
It's shaped
I just
like
want to
an
compare
A,
how it looks to the.
and it's bloody.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can't like zoom in on the wound.
Is there?
Is it the fact that he's
In the crystal
he's
tower?
still like perfectly? No, because she moved him. This picture. That makes sense to me, but it's. I mean, maybe
Does it have
that's
to do
what-
with the blood on the?
That's what I'm thinking about, Miles.
the
That's why.
buckle?
With the
Oh,
blood.
the
You're
blood-
right, because it's
oh,
run
the-
down.
It's the blood.
It shouldn't have dripped if it was.
Yeah.
Look closely
I
at the
was
blood
thinking about- there's
stain on the
something about
victim's
the blood.
chest.
I was
It
thinking
clearly
about the blood.
extends in a downwards direction towards the man's feet.
And why is that significant, Counsel?
No, Trent, that was helpful.
If the victim was stabbed moments before the kinesis machine was set in motion, that's entirely expected. Ugh! Of course, no, that's not what happened.
Exactly, my lord. Dr. Scythe made it very clear in her testimony just now that the point at which she stole Professor Hairbrain's screwdriver and stabbed the victim was after the grand deception was set in motion, when the birdcage had fallen below the stage out of sight. From the shape of it, it's clear that the birdcage would have fallen on its side after the 30-foot drop. And if the victim had really been stabbed whilst inside the birdcage in that position, the blood from the wound would have spread out equally in all directions. For it to have formed a longitudinal appearance we see in the picture is inconceivable. Ugh. Given that the victim's blood seeped vertically downwards from the wound, it must be the case that when you stabbed Mr. Asman, he was standing up. In short, Dr. Scythe, your latest testimony was a total fabrication.
Yeah, boy! Oh, I love that. Oh.
I knew it.
Ooh, the turn.
I was right. Now I've identified that contradiction. There's only one way to explain the facts. We've all been under a great misapprehension here.
What? What sort of misapprehension?
Dr. Scythe, you claim you were coerced into helping Mr. Drebber as a result of the note he left in the waxwork. You claim that you made changes to the scene of the crime to implicate the defendant. And you claim that you authored a fake autopsy report to cover your tracks. But one of those claims is an out-and-out lie. Because the question of what the bloodstain really tells us has only one possible answer.
If that is the case, what is it, man?
Hey, Stealth! Good to see ya!
Yeah, huh?
Hey, Stealth.
Wait a second.
She said herself that the only reason we know that his neck is broken is because she said so, so it's not broken then, huh?
It's not broken.
It's not broken.
What's not broken?
It's not broken.
She fucking
it's neck.
stabbed
His
him.
neck, yeah.
We need another doctor.
She fucking killed him.
Doctor's in here. I just want to do an autopsy.
Judge!
Hmm.
Counsel, you've clearly struck upon a revelation. Tell the court what it is. What part of Dr. Scythe's story is shown to be a lie by the contradiction in the testimony?
The autopsy report. Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
All of this?
Just answer yes.
You were coerced into helping Mr. Drebber. I think that's true. You
Yeah.
claim that you made changes to the scene of the crime to implicate the defendant. That's true. And you claim you authored a fake autopsy report to cover your tracks. Your autopsy report's not fake. Right?
Yeah, that's it. Is the autopsy report's real? Though that means he does have a neck. His neck is
He could
broken.
he could have a broken vertebra. Yeah,
Right.
it's not like a full like
Right.
it could be like a fractured vertebra from like just the impact hitting the ground.
Yeah, that's not. The...
You say that you examined the body and wrote this report based on your findings. But that's a blatant lie, isn't it? I'm sorry, but I simply can't fathom what you're attempting to say. The truth is, you had your subordinates do the work for you, and they authored the report. But then you wielded your superiority over them and claimed the credit for yourself!
Oh, Lord. You dumb fuck.
Can you honestly say that's
sorry,
not
but-
what happened?
You dumb ass.
Yes,
dumb
I can
asshole.
honestly say that's not what happened. Well, good. Glad to hear it.
I hate when it's like you come
What
up
was the
with
purpose
some
of the exchange,
you
Council?
come up with some good logic, and then when you answer the question, the character has an entirely different logic from you, and it's dumber. It's like
So
So
dumb.
funny, though.
Will this farce never end?
There's no question that the coroner's testimony was built on a tremendous lie. So, okay, so the lie is that it was she was helping
What the fuck is it
Trevor,
then?
right?
She did it herself.
she's helping herself.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna save this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's the Reaper. She wanted to do this.
Like, I didn't know who he was. I just did it because I thought
How she
someone was
was
gonna expose. I
coerced
feel like
is
that's
wrong.
weird.
Oh.
Yeah, like that felt weird.
Dr. Scythe, clearly you weren't really coerced by some letter at all. What? If you were, where is the note? It's nowhere to be seen. That is maybe. So why don't you present it to the court, if the assertion vexes you?
I ate it.
Obviously, I've already disposed of it. I'm not vexed in the slightest.
Council, need I remind you that it was you who established the coercion.
Well-
2 for 2. Or
Hi,
1 for
Izzy.
2, I guess.
Alright.
You're watching us like
Ah!
just sort of step directly in it.
I'm afraid that little cry is insufficient. Okay, fine.
One day in the pot.
That's the funniest thing he could have said, though.
Thanks, one gay in the pot. I appreciate the
Is
biddy.
worth 2 in the hand.
Alright, stabbing! The answer is very simple if you consider the sequence of events. Oh, thanks. Izzy says stretch.
Again.
If, when the victim was stabbed, the blood from the wound seeped downwards as it did, we can be sure that the victim must have been either sitting or standing upright at the time.
But as you rightly pointed out, the bird cage would have fallen on its side when it fell beneath the stage.
Yes, it would. Which tells us that the victim must have been in that position of his own accord.
Objection!
That's impossible. The man was dead, remember?
Or was he? No! That is the misapprehension. That's what we were trying to get at. That's what we were trying
It's
to
true,
get at
that
this
did
whole
come
time.
All the wrong ways.
Oh, they brought it back to this.
When the birdcage fell from the stage into the void below, it must have hit the ground with considerable force. But Mr. Asman didn't die in the fall. It hurt like
Shasta went to
bitch.
general.
He probably lost consciousness for a while, but when he came round, he got to his feet to climb out of the cage,
Did he break his neck falling after getting what?
just as Dr. Scythe appeared.
I mean, he can still move. Her neck is broken. It's just got hurt like
fair.
a bitch.
Adrenaline. If the victim was in fact alive at that point in time, it changes everything. Mr. Odie Asman's killer wasn't the defendant, Professor Albert Harebrain. Nor was it the mastermind behind the stage trickery, Mr. Enoch Drebber. It was you, Dr. Courtney Scythe. Ugh!
Order. Can this possibly be true?
You went Peter Falk there for 3 words.
It was really weird.
Have you been taking me for a fool? It was you, was it? You killed him.
That's why she was so ready to let him take the fall. Because he would go down for it. But she killed him.
And he didn't know.
He didn't know.
He had no idea.
Just sweating and not looking at him.
You hoped that by admitting to being an accomplice in Mr. Drebber's scheme, the trial would end before you were accused of a far worse crime. Cold-blooded murder. Oh, do shut up! You're
We're gonna have another child to
desperate
adopt
now.
pretty soon.
You're making all this up, as if I would do something like that.
Objection!
Susato.
I assure you, the defense is not desperate, Doctor. Mr. Naruhodo has established the facts using evidence and logic alone.
Using
Logic?
facts and logic.
Don't make me laugh. Sadly, your logic has a gaping hole in it. What do you mean? I'd have thought it was obvious. A motive, boy. You're lacking a motive. What possible reason would
we?
I have to kill Mr. Asman?
Asman was involved in any number of criminal activities, from coercion to theft to murder. But there is no known connection to Dr. Scythe there.
I'm rather relieved to say it does seem somewhat far-fetched.
True, there's no obvious motive, but there's still something in the back of my mind. I feel sure I've seen something somewhere that hints at why the coroner might have done this. Yes, I might have tampered with the crime scene and concocted a fake report, but murdering someone for no reason is a very different story.
Objection!
Not if you're the Reaper.
No. When you questioned what possible reason you could have for wanting to kill Mr. Asman, something did come to mind. What?
What it was it, Counsel? Enlighten the court at once.
Yes, we saw it yesterday, didn't we? Something that seems strange, but we had no reason to suspect it at the time. Is it... all the scalpels? Was it all the scalpels?
Oh my god.
What would that have to do with anything?
Was he... like, was he
what?
blackmailing her? Like, was he using her to, like...
Got away with shit?
Oh my god,
Like-
right, like she was like the Reaper through his coercion.
She was, like... she was going through,
Was
like...
it what you're saying?
thousands of scalpels. Or, like... Or...
It was very odd.
She had to... he knew...
That
about
she
the
was
Reaper. No, about the Professor.
Oh.
And so the money she was paying wasn't for scalpels, it was to pay off Asman. It was written down
So
as
I
scalpels,
thought-
but it was an absurd amount of scalpels.
Right,
500
but actually,
scalpels a month.
I thought one of the things that were going to come up was her daughter, and I was going to be like, oh god, is Asman her father? But no. I don't know why, like, we saw it yesterday.
That'd be a whole other thing.
Yeah. But I wouldn't think she's a Reaper, she's just
It's
the
a
victim of a
scalpel.
deadbeat.
Or rather, Scalpels.
Like a fuckload of
You
scalpels.
say scalpels.
So many fucking scalpels! Oh!
That word means nothing now.
It would appear that word has struck a chord, Doctor. You. Come on. Out with it. It was yesterday when we visited your laboratory. Look at this big, thick book here.
Oh, it appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spending, I think. Oh.
What is it?
It's clear that the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis, but... well, one entry seems rather strange.
Really? In what way?
They're buying 500 scalpels every month.
So many scalpels! She was being blackmailed. It was fucking payoff money.
Help me balance my budget.
We're so hungry.
500 scalpels a month?
At first, I wondered what on earth you could be using that many scalpels for. But actually, I realize now it's not the scalpels themselves that are significant. It's the money for them, disappearing every month from the department's accounts.
Asmon's criminal organization relied heavily on extortion for its funding.
Ah.
Tracing the money from the forensic investigation team's account to find out where it was going would be extremely straightforward.
10 years ago, when Mr. Asman was still a journalist and wrote this article about Mr. Drebber, he may well have stumbled upon information as he was researching the story. Information relating to Dr. Sire's dark secret that he would use to rack money from her for the next decade.
Her darkest secret? Good lord, you mean...
I don't know what happened on the night of that execution 10 years ago, but clearly the opportunity to rid yourself of that menace was too tempting to pass up. So in the end, you weren't coerced at all, were you? You did it entirely, of your own free will. You stabbed Mr. Asman in the heart with all your might, to silence the blackmailer who knew your dark secret forever. You'll never understand. None of you. What we've had to keep covered up all these long years. As very little of the machine remains after it was ripped apart by the bomb. The truth of this case can never be properly established unless you speak out.
And if you decide not to, it's very possible that Courtney Scythe will escape punishment for her crimes. Please, sir, own up to what you've done and tell the court the truth about what happened.
Damn, they both just wanted him so dead.
10 years ago, you told the truth, and you were robbed of a bright and successful future as a result. I can certainly understand your bitterness, and your consternation now. However, this is surely the chance you've been waiting for, to sever the hold that fate's had over you all these years.
Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis. I mean, really. It's the addle-brained mock scientists that are the worst, you know. They don't recognize the fact that they don't have talent. They can't even get that right.
Oh, come on. You don't have to be that mean.
And so they end up chasing impossible dreams, having unbridled faith in their abilities. They go on and on about their wonderful hypotheses and their stupid eyes shining like a little child's. They make me sick. I can't abide their foolishness.
Trithus is right. We were right about her not being coerced.
That's kind of true. She got a letter that was like, hey, I'm gonna go kill Odie Asman, and she's like, fuck yeah!
Get me in on that shit.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I don't know who the fuck you are, but enemy
Fuck
of
yeah.
my enemy.
Careful, Mr. Drebber.
I was particularly pleased with the kinesis machine. It made for quite a show, didn't it?
So you admit it. You admit that it was nothing more than a sham made for the purpose of killing the victim.
Yes, I admit it. I did it all. In the name of revenge.
Revenge for the future that Mr. Asman's article had deprived you of 10 years earlier. But the revenge you sought didn't stop at Asman, did it?
Which is where that very particular waxwork comes in. Yes, I see.
The condemned convict you saw rising from the grave in Lowgate Cemetery 10 years ago. If your account of the events was all true...
Then obviously Scotland Yard couldn't afford to acknowledge what had happened. Even if it meant discrediting a bright young man and crushing any future career he might have had.
So your plan required that you abduct that particular waxwork model in order to exact your revenge on Scotland Yard as well. Or on Dr. Scythe, to be precise.
It was a year ago. By some extraordinary twist of fate, Asman turned up at my workshop. He didn't remember who I was, of course. He just wanted to employ my services as an engineer. And he happened to have a paper with him. An article on the front page caught my eye. About the coroner who'd handle that bogus autopsy being appointed head of a new forensic team. When I learned that news, my cognitive processes started to devise the plan. What a horrid tale. He robbed me of my future, so I wanted to use that man's own wiles against him. For revenge. And have that rotten Scotland Yard eating out of my hand at the same time. I wanted them all to suffer the same humiliation I'd had to suffer.
Neat. Your actions against those who'd ruined your future were justified as revenge, at least to yourself. Certainly, no one has the right to destroy another's prospects, especially for purely selfish gain. And yet, in carrying out your plan, you did exactly that to someone else, didn't you?
Did I?
Professor Harebrain's only crime was passion for his hypothesis. But you had no compunction about sacrificing his future to effect your revenge. You knew that he would be forever branded a failure and a fraud. Perhaps life treated you unfairly 10 years ago, and others' misconduct left your life in tatters. But remember this. Your own actions resulted in exactly the same thing for another perfectly innocent young man.
I
Didn't think about that, did you, bitch?
didn't consider him a scientist.
He just mutters it under his breath.
Didn't think he was that cool.
Didn't think he was worth.
He mutters it under his breath in Japanese because you said that in American English.
Susato's just like,
of Dr. Science.
Mr. Naruhodo.
What the fuck?
An immediate warrant for her arrest has been granted, and she's been remanded in custody, my lord. I presume she will face trial in the upcoming days, along with Mr. Drebber.
If this is me, I cannot see it because why not hurt?
Oh, you're also roboting a little bit.
Yeah, I could hear it.
And it's better now.
A most regrettable situation indeed.
That is better.
She's made great contributions to the profession over the years. It really is a hard truth to swallow. However, that is a topic for some future occasion. For now, Professor Harebrain. Oh, yes? It seems there was a great deal more to your experiment than you realise. However, I think we can assume now that all the sordid details have been brought to light.
Except the secret!
This has been a very long and profound trial, but I'm pleased to say you are absolved of guilt. This whole experience has taught me a very great deal. A very great but painful lesson. This dedicated scientist, this devotee of natural philosophy. I've been selfish and self-centered and above all, a fool.
A foolish fool. Professor.
I've spent my life trying to, thinking of nothing but research. Misguidedly believing that I could do whatever I set my mind to, despite my lack of talent. No. And the worst of it is, in the process I've caused others pain and misery. Others who are far, far greater people than I.
Shut the fuck up.
No, Professor. That's not true.
What?
Don't tar yourself with the same brush as Drebber. What happened was his doing and his alone. This outcome is his fate, not yours. You're not to blame in any way.
Lord Von Zeeks.
And the derision with which he referred to you earlier, calling you a fool, talentless even.
I stand by it.
100%.
The man has no idea.
How right he was.
This is gas, huh?
Yes!
To believe in yourself and work your fingers to the bone to realize your dreams. That's laudable, not laughable. No one has the right to deride another for such choices.
Damn.
Thank you, Rock. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Yes, my lord, I forgot this was me.
It is this court's expectation that you find the defendant not guilty of the charge of which he stands accused. I presume there are no objections.
None from me, my lord.
Certainly not.
This trial has really made me think, but this is the right decision. Well,
It's all been proven methodically and rigorously. I have no misgivings whatsoever.
Is it? He's not, is he? It's all over.
How many are these days?
oh, Molly,
One eye right after the other is so much.
you're killing it.
Corn Kirk!
Very well. In that case, I hereby pronounce the defendant.
Dead.
I'll pronounce him
Not
dead.
Well, pronounce this
guilty. I love that the fucking
husband
prisoner
and husband.
is still there in the court, just doing a mean lean out of that casket.
Court adjourned.
I've come to a realization.
Uh-huh.
To make an announcement.
Courtney's name is not a reference to her being the Reaper, it's a reference to her being the tool of the Reaper.
Oh, fuck.
That's fucking actually really good.
Wait, yeah. Yeah.
So our
think-
Reaper is
I'm like-
Strongheart.
Absolutely, it's
So
Strongheart.
we're back to the original
Yes!
theory.
It's super tracks.
We just gone in a
It's Strongheart.
circle.
It's Strongheart!
It's over. That was some trial.
Yeah, it was! Thanks! Thanks for that.
Anyway, I guess we won't look under the hood of that mask.
We can't!
God damn it!
I guess we'll just save it for another time.
Tesla just fucking booked it out of the courtroom with
She's
the key.
gone.
She's like, absolutely not, I'm not doing this.
It's the 20...
I did.
Au revoir. 24th
She just
October.
becomes Amelie.
Hello, it is me.
I'm making this bus.
Eat egg with a spoon?
It is 4:33 p.m. The Old Bailey's defendant's antechamber. Professor, what a splendid outcome, isn't it?
Oh, it is! It is! Congratulations, Professor Hairbrain.
Mr. Naruto. Mr. Salto. I am truly
Start sobbing.
beside myself with gratitude. How can I ever thank you enough?
I'm just glad it's all been cleared up. That you realize you were just caught up in a bad situation.
Right now, you know, if I had that research grant money, I'd give the whole lot to you, everybody.
I thought the line was, if I had that research grant, Molly.
That grant, Molly.
It knows.
If only you gave me that money, Molly.
That's very kind, but I'm just a student, so...
We don't need any financial reward. Your acquittal is more than enough.
Well, maybe we need a little bit of...
No, we could.
We need a little bit of... We do need you to pay us for our services rendered.
dear. Oh, what can I do?
I can teleport you. He's like, no,
Yeah.
thank you.
Make
How about
teleportation
this?
real.
Here's a memento. A paper about my hypothesis is inside.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Well,
That tiny book is so is still so fucking funny.
It's amazing.
His face is like,
He looks so happy.
Look at my
He's
pride.
so proud.
just as a memento, then. Thank you.
I've been wondering, Professor.
Hey,
What are you going to do now?
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh trap card?
I have perished.
Oh
I perished
no.
there for a second too, but I got in just in time.
Ah.
Oh my god. Where are you?
Bye.
And I'm so
And
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Boom, DMCA.
It's too good.
It's too accurate.
Don't
Well,
waste
why?
your time on me.
What am I gonna
You're
do?
already the voice inside my head.
More head.
Oh, come back.
Hey, did the Tony thing.
Yeah, I had to do more
End
because
it.
I had to do more for Tony.
Yeah.
Anyway, please say this again, Shasta.
Oh my. Yes. What am I going to do? Move in with your boyfriend. My hypothesis and my great machine lie in ruins.
Start over.
But still, it's been too long since I was last in London, so perhaps I'll enjoy some sightseeing.
Come on a date.
Let's explore the great exhibition while I'm here too, and see if new inspiration hits me.
Oh yes, that's a wonderful idea.
Oh.
What's a wonderful idea? It's fucking fun.
Probably Zeke's.
I think it's one of these.
I can't allow that.
Fantastic.
Front facing
Hi.
Zeeks.
Oh
Yes,
no!
yes, yes,
Stop!
Mm-hmm.
Stop! Stop!
Oh,
Stop!
oh fuck, oh fuck. He just got out. He just got out of his Von Zeke's trial, innocent.
Oh no! Yeah, he's.
He's in
He needs you to
danger.
leave. Yeah, he's like, you can't
He's,
stay
you
here.
need
You need to
to
leave.
me fucking right now.
Ah, I'm in danger.
Yeah.
Or you have to come stay in my house and never leave for the next 3 months.
So that's a fic and a half, huh?
Lord Von Zeek,
Listen, I have a place for this. It's very secure.
what are you doing in
There
there?
may be bars. Don't worry about it.
It's the dungeon of my office.
Oh, look at him from that angle.
Brooke!
Oh.
We never get to see him turn this way.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, Albert.
God, that wasted shoulder.
He
Fucking
he
Christ.
was turned the other way when he was talking to Iris. So we have seen him face a direction.
We see him facing the other way in court, Alex.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but like Molly's like, we haven't seen him turn and talk to someone like this, and we have.
He's so hot. I hate
He is
this.
incredibly hot,
Well,
This is
and
unfair.
it's not fair.
Ugh.
it was terrifying. You were like a great demon behind your bench there, snarling down on your prey.
Oh my god.
You liked that, didn't you? You're one of the few true friends I have. I couldn't leave it to anybody else to handle the prosecution or the defense.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Yes!
Ooh.
Yes!
Senpai on history.
Sorry. For the defense. Did I just hear that right?
I always knew that you had my best interest at heart. Don't worry. Ah, how about you show me around while I'm here in the town?
How about we
my
go on a
God.
date?
You know, just
How about we go to
meet you,
Germany?
walk around, maybe get some snacks. You know, we could go on the carousel. The big wheel?
You can intimidate your way into the hot air balloon.
It's been a long time since we left university. We have a lot to catch up on.
Listen, Albert. In a few days, your acquittal will be made official. When that happens,
You get the fuck out of here.
you must head straight to Dover. I'll accompany you.
Oh.
What?
This is how he leaves. From there, you'll cross the channel and make your way
Okay,
back
you.
to Germany. I've already purchased the tickets. Whoa.
Because this trial fucking exposed the fact that the professor didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Or something to that effect. And so Albert needs to
Yeah.
get the fuck out of town.
Because Albert's the professor. Dun dun dun.
What? No! Hold on a minute, Brock.
Tickets, I assumed it meant
What about the
from
Great
Dover to
Exhibition?
across the channel and then to Germany.
This
Right.
is a chance of a lifetime.
For me. I want to look around. Okay. No sightseeing, Albert. Give up on the idea.
Sometimes it's hard to see any warmth in those eyes, Brock.
Oh my god.
Lord Von Zieks. What's all this about?
A necessary precaution.
Yes, I think I understand.
You do.
Well, Iris told me when you and Lord Von Zieks met at his office some days ago, he asked how Mr. Natsume was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right. I remember being surprised at the time, and thinking it was nice of him to ask.
The point is, Mr. Natsume is still alive and well. Even though it's been more than 6 months now since he stood trial with the Reaper as the prosecutor.
Oh, you mean the Reaper's influence doesn't stretch overseas?
Those in the Reaper's sights meet their ends days or sometimes months after their acquittal. That's been the pattern up to now.
But of course, we know that both Mr. Natsume and Gina were completely innocent.
Speaking of Gina.
That's why.
Yeah, she's also...
That's why
he's taking her to Paris.
Right, but he needs to take her faster. Because she's
Yeah.
about to be the only
the only one
like
left.
the only one left for them to go after.
True. And perhaps that governs the Reaper's actions. The truly innocent are spared. Oh. But I don't want to take any chances with a close personal friend.
Brock?
Like the mustached Nipponese, this man should leave the country without delay. That's why I'm packing him off to Germany at once.
Spicy. Right. Does your friend-shaped package get any say in it?
Goodness! Was this your intention all along then, Lord Von Zieks?
In court, where people think of him as the Reaper, this man seems absolutely merciless. And yet, sometimes I feel as though I don't understand him at all.
It's time to go, Albert. Back to the prison for the time being.
Ah, yes, alright. Well then, Mr. Naruto. Thank you so much for everything!
Not at all, Professor. was a pleasure getting to know you.
You know you. Best wishes, Professor Hairbrain.
Well, once the dust is settled, you must come and visit me in Germany. Anyway, goodbye for now.
Bye.
Now, my Nipponese friend.
Oh. Yes? I thought you'd
Friend,
gone too.
no longer derogatory.
We have matters to discuss. Can you spare me some time?
Friend, neutral.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's friend neutral now. Yeah, yeah.
You want to talk with me?
I'll be waiting in the courtroom in 10 minutes.
I don't feel good about this. That
I am so
Yeah.
excited.
I'm
so excited for what the fuck this is gonna be about.
I
mean, he's
feel
anything-
very suspect. Well, that was
Oh,
strange.
He's gonna open the mask. The court's still on the Wait, that'd be a fucking teaser.
For some reason,
He has to know.
I didn't
knows?
get that sense of impending doom as he walked away this time.
I did!
I did.
Everybody else did,
Ryu
Renasuke.
didn't.
It's okay.
But I
Well,
certainly did.
It's Leonardo DiCaprio!
God
What?
damn it. You're right.
Oh, under the mask.
Yes, the man in the Iron Mask. Thank
The
you.
enigma. Brock Van Zieks. What does he want to discuss, I wonder? The answer awaits in the courtroom, I suppose. Here goes, then.
Oh fuck! I'm so
Bitch.
my stomach is like my
Still
stomach
the
is 3
24th,
inches higher in my body
4:58
than normal.
p.m. Old Bailey courtroom.
Been like half an hour.
The wax figure's gone.
Yep.
You're like,
This
lose
is
it.
so ominous.
It is.
So, are you satisfied? You saved a guileless scientist from a great injustice.
Try this, shut up! There's not gonna move!
Shut the fuck up, Trithus.
It can't move! Don't make it move!
Yes, I think so. I'm relieved, at least, that the man's innocence could be proven.
Anyway, I imagine you've been wondering where my animosity towards you Nipponese comes from.
Are you going to
Oh
tell
my god.
us?
Oh, fuck. Is the professor?
Asian? Must be. Or Japanese, yeah.
Well, at first I thought you just didn't like me. I imagined you saw me as a pretentious child from an unimportant land who had no business being here. But now I think differently. You clearly know our ways, so I would guess that some specific incident led to your thorough dislike of my race. Will you tell me what happened, please?
The professor. Oh, the music. I thought I'd never hear that name in this courtroom again, to be honest.
He took your brother's life.
Clint. My brother was Clint Van Zieks.
Ugh.
16 years ago, when I was still just in my teens. He was already the director of prosecutions, and a key member of the judiciary. I looked up to him. He was everything I aspired to be. He was involved in the establishment of justice systems in foreign countries as well. There were exchange programs between Britain and other nations then, too, to share knowledge and ideas. As part of one of those programs, 3 judicial students came to Britain from your homeland the Empire of Japan. Mikotoba,
Mikotoba.
Jigoku, Professor,
Jigoku is the professor.
Asian?
or quite possibly Asian,
Wasn't there an Asogi on the register?
or an Ahsoka. Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, maybe.
Ooh.
Fuck.
I
Kazuma's
think
dad.
it's still. I think
Is that why
it's-
Cosmo's so into justice? Because his dad's a serial killer?
What the fuck?
It really doesn't want to be like
Let's keep
associated.
going. Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Let's keep
let's
going.
keep going, let's keep going.
Everyone,
keep
shut the fuck up!
Oh! Oh! It was 16 years ago then. One of them could have been my father.
Of course, I remember Dr. Mikotoba well.
I had no idea.
I was a minor at the time, training at the prosecutor's office. One day, Clint introduced me to the 3 visiting Nipponese.
So, you've actually met my father?
He and his colleagues were polite and amicable. They were adept at their work and exacting in their standards. It was my first encounter with the Nipponese spirit, and it made a very great impression upon me. But 6 years later, that's when it happened. The investigation was going nowhere. There were no suspects even, just an ever-growing list of victims. And in the end, my brother became one of them. The last, in fact, before the case was finally resolved.
I'm so sorry, Lord Van Seats. Truly.
Clint was always ready to put his life on the line for justice anyway. So he wouldn't have wanted it any other way. He lost his life to the killer, but it was his victory in the end. For me personally, though, it was a great loss. I found myself in a very dark place indeed. When I finally found out the killer's identity, the reason why no one had been able to catch the man sooner ceased to be such a mystery. He'd been hiding in plain sight all the time.
In plain sight.
Are you aware of the political events 10 years ago? It was a period of extremely sensitive diplomacy between the British and Japanese empires.
His identity was hidden to keep that
Keep that
tentative
safe,
peace.
yeah.
A new treaty was being forged, I think.
Giselle, same deal.
Yeah, it's a reflection of the Giselle situation, yeah. Correct. The Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation was being concluded.
Friendship.
The leaders of both countries were deep in extensive political discussions. Which is why this particular killer's appearance in court was conducted as a closed trial. If the British public had known the identity of the killer, not only would the treaty have been in jeopardy, but our two nations could very well have ended up at war.
What? A war? Between Britain and Japan?
That would mean... Oh my! You mean to say the professor was... My god.
When the trial reached its conclusion earlier, I thought to myself,
Fuck up.
yes, it's time. Time for you to come face to face with this hideous monster. I borrowed the key for the mask from the proprietress of the Waxwork Museum. So see for yourselves now. Confirm it with your own eyes. The truth that's been hidden this past decade.
That's the professor?
Yes, that's him.
Until now, a thought never even crossed my mind. That the mass murderer, whose crimes shook Britain as never before.
Is
Was
hot.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no,
Oh,
he's
no.
hot.
Wait a minute. That face.
Is that?
I feel as though I've seen it somewhere. It's strangely
It's
familiar.
gotta be Cosmo
That's
related.
Cosmo's dad.
I think it's Cosmo's dad.
It's Cosmo's dad. Oh God.
Yup, he's fucked up. He's fucked up.
Holy shit.
Take it off. Take it off. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Father.
Oh no. This is how he gets his memory back.
Oh my god!
That's so
nice.
fucked up.
This is sexy, but oh my god!
That's so fucked up.
Ah.
Oh my fucking
Holy
god.
shit!
Oh, jeez.
Him being alive, not mad that I got that spoiled for me. If I had found out about his dad before now, I would have been pissed.
Oh no. Cosmo. Ah. Yeah. Take it off. Oh no. I wanted to see his face, okay?
Whoa, just yeah, take it off.
Kazuma Asogi. After a whole year, finally his memories returned.
There's Serious.
Oh my god.
Oh my
This to be fun.
God.
That jacket's too tight.
He's taken one from Zeke's book.
Yeah, it's like real tight.
Skin tight.
Right, it looks so weird. I've never seen it before.
Form fitting.
Oh wait, is his like scarf thing?
His
Around his
neckerchief?
neck? Oh.
Is
He
it?
looks so young.
Make out!
Hug, please.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Oh my god!
Oh.
We need to get Bluebats to play this game again.
My friend.
Oh shit!
Kazuma-sama!
Oh. Let's fucking hug somebody, you asshole.
Judicial Assistant Mikotoba.
Oh, fuck off!
He knew her for like 3 seconds, okay?
Right.
It's been a very long road. Thank you.
He's tall.
Thank you for guiding my friend here when I could not.
It was an honor.
Hug, 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 hug.
I knew you wouldn't die that easily. Kazuma. I owe you thanks too.
He's so cute.
For taking good care of that in my absence.
Yes.
His soul.
Yes.
Oh. Karuma. Great blade of the Asogi clan. Passed down through the generations.
Zeke's like, oh fuck, that's who you are?
When we left Japan, this sword was at my friend's side. The Japanese man's katana is his soul, and he couldn't be parted from it. But then, when the incident happened, it was Susato-san's wish that I inherit the sword, and I've kept it with me ever since. along with my memories of the friendship we shared. With this by my side, I always felt that you were watching over me somehow.
Hell yeah,
Two
two
swords.
swords. Full wield that shit.
I've made it. At last. Father.
This is what he came to Japan for.
Mm-hmm.
Britain.
Are you saying...
Yeah. He came from Japan.
You knew all this time? I'm looking at it. But... I still can't believe it. This mass murderer is Kazuma's father.
He's gonna cut his head off.
Cut his head off. Cut his head off.
Holy shit.
Fuck this
Cut him
shithead.
down. Yes!
Yes!
Tussle's gonna be real unhappy.
It's wax. You can put it back together.
Yeah. Tussle was like, what the fuck?
Give him his emotional catharsis.
God, that was so cool. God, that was so cool.
Well,
Kazuma,
it is
you're
going
so
to cost
cool.
you. She will charge you.
It's fine. She doesn't have to know. I won't tell.
We have much to talk about. But now is not the time.
If not now, when?
Leave it to an absolute fucking pro at her craft to not reveal state secrets, because that wouldn't be
I'll be
authentic.
seeing you.
Where are you
going?
going?
Who's gonna be the
Probably to
prosecutor?
I was like, probably to a hospital.
I mean, the prosecutor's definitely going to be him.
Right, but like if they're both leaving,
Kazuma said.
Well, no, I think he's just.
we'll see you later.
Yeah, I think this is a see you later. I need to go. I've remembered everything. I need to, like, go do some shit.
I need to go on a mental journey.
I gotta go email. I gotta go like
Before he
exit
turned and
email.
left us
Fucking
there.
telegraph home.
Gotta go email?
Unzigs is still here,
Yeah, right?
right?
Or not.
Is he?
Yeah.
Did he leave?
Okay. Hey.
Okay, hey, what's up?
So he's the living after image of the man who took my brother's life, is he?
Yeah, he didn't know. He even said that he had no
After
idea
image
who he
is
was.
a weird thing to call someone's child. Yes. Kazuma Asogi. My best friend.
3 months ago, when Lord Strongheart introduced us, I had an inkling there was something there. Some connection.
But why did Lord Strongheart do that? Why did he make
he's
Kazuma
petty.
Lord Von Zeke's apprentice? And when he was suffering amnesia, too.
The man was apprehended, even executed. But his legacy just won't die. That's the sad truth. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Thank you for meeting with me as I asked.
Now that we know that he could have just turned and walked away, and they chose to fade him out instead, is very funny.
I like it.
I think it shows a lot of respect for us, which I think is kind of great. 10 years ago, my grandmother took me to the railway station. We were there to meet my father from the train. For me, it was the first time I'd ever seen him.
Oh, that's right. Poor Susato-san. all this is tied up with painful memories for her, too. She's never talked about this with me before, though.
It took time to adjust having father around. Just when I was starting to get used to it, he called me into his study one day. He told me that a great friend of his had passed away in London. That the friend had left behind a son. A boy. 7 years my senior. Father told me the boy had made a promise to his late father. So he was studying to become a defense lawyer. I wanted to help, so I studied to become a qualified judicial assistant.
Oh.
As I'm sure you've worked out, that young man's name
Albert
was
Einstein.
Kazuma Asogi. So you see, that's how he and I met.
For a brief moment, my great friend had returned, only to disappear again all too soon. But in that fleeting encounter, something stirred. Something that had been dormant for a long time.
Don't.
You're so gay.
Yes, I'm thinking about how
As if
his
they
unnecessary
set in
feelings.
motion. I could almost hear them creaking into life. In some ways, it was the end of a chapter, but in many, it was the start of a new one.
Holy fuck, we have 2 cases left.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Yeah, we sure do.
Huh.
So it's either this next one that's coming up or the one after it that Mikotaba and Shigoku are gonna be in.
Are definitely getting involved.
I
Yeah.
think it's the next one.
It's gonna be the next one, right?
Because they're here for the
Yeah.
exposition.
Yeah, I think
No,
next
they're here
one,
for- they're
one of
here
those two is
for-
gonna die.
They're here for a summit. They're not here for the
Yeah, a summit that's happening because of the exposition.
No,
Susato said they'd be here in a month.
Exhibition.
So
Yeah.
they'd be here in a month.
Right, but the reason
No,
why
what I'm saying is-
that summit is happening is because of like all these people are already coming here, so they're having this thing to also show off their new forensic shit.
I don't think Strongheart.
That's
said
how
that.
that's how Strongheart. That's explicitly why like how Strongheart described it.
I don't remember. Well, let's just keep going. Or, I guess...
Okay.
Jigoku's gonna die and Mikotopa's gonna be framed for his murder.
Oh Jesus.
Hot Judge is gonna be dead.
Strythus wanted us to change our costume.
Can we do it now? Oh, I guess. Yes! Yes!
Oh my god!
So cute!
Oh, that's so adorable!
Sholmes' Japanese jumble mix? Oh!
I have seen this.
I have seen this.
It was plot relevant. Damn it! I wish it was plot relevant.
Right.
Oh my god. So we're playing the next case with Sherlock looking
Yes.
at this, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. We must. We must.
Great.
Fox? Is it Fox Boy?
We are ethically obligated.
I really hope that when he puts on the goggles like in canon, he just pulls down the Fox mask.
Yeah.
He's got to.
He's gotta.
That's why it's included it. Like it's part of his animations.
Hell yeah.
Twisted
He's part of his sprite
Karma
animations.
Twists his
and
karma
his
in his
last
last bow.
That's the wrong game.
Yeah, Fallen Karma.
Everyone
Child
shut
will
the
be
fuck
later.
up.
He's on the left.
Shh.
Pipe in hand, Sholmes looked down at the thick, rolling fog outside our window. I wonder exactly how many mysteries are out there, hidden within this bed of fog, he said. Indeed, a most bizarre incident, born of a curious advertisement. A hellhound's mad gallop through the shadows of a serial murder. An executed man's graveyard resurrection in the dead of night. And a commonplace killing in a small, forgotten room at the edge of town. There is, naturally, always another side to every case, of which most remain ignorant. And it is that other side which compels me to the scene of the crime, Wilson. So quickly now, take your hat and let's be on our way, my dear fellow. For our adventure is not over yet. Come, the game is afoot.
"8 days after that earth-shattering trial and Cosimo regaining his memory, we were in the foyer of one of London's most luxurious hotels, the Great Waterloo Hotel.
Oh my.
Ooh.
It's the 1st of November, 10:24 a.m., Great Waterloo Hotel foyer.
Nobody better get kidnapped. So cute.
Oh, he's so cute.
Professor Mikotoba is due to arrive at any moment.
Yes, I'm so glad we got here in time.
Soto-san hasn't been the same since what happened. Not that I'm surprised.
The truth about Kazuma-sama's father. Are we in English, probably? I mean, in Japanese. Do you suppose my father knew?
That he was actually the mass murderer. The professor, you mean? I knew that's what she was thinking about. There's a good chance, I'd say. I mean, they did come here to London together 16 years ago, didn't they?
Yes, that's true.
Come to think of it, didn't you say that Professor Mikotoba knew about Cosmo going missing in Hong Kong as well?
That's right. But for some reason, he wasn't at liberty to talk to me about it.
That probably means he knows then. About Cosmo showing up here in London with amnesia, and that he's regained his memory now. I don't know how he would know that he's regained his memory, but...
I think that's Shasta.
This is definitely Mikotoba.
Nope, you're all wrong.
Oh my god, look at him!
No,
look at them.
it's him!
That's Mikotoba.
It's Mikotoba.
Wow.
Look at
He's
Jikoku.
got a bowler hat. No.
Oh god, they clean up nice.
Oh,
Not a
they
bowler
cleaned
hat.
up nice.
Oh, father!
Damn, Hot Judge got hotter.
Hot Judge got hotter.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. Hello, Susato. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. We're delighted you've arrived safe and sound.
And what are you wearing?
What are you
What
wearing?
are you wearing, Dad? Shut up.
Hello, Mr. Naruhodo. Very kind of you to take the trouble to meet us here.
He does look a little bit like a very fancy Gregson.
Yeah, I definitely in the pixels I thought he was like Gregson dressed up a bit.
Good night, Em. Thanks for hanging out.
Right,
Hot Judge got hotter. Look at these dads.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, not at all. It's my pleasure.
We've heard all about your extraordinary exploits here in London, you know. The news has crossed the seas.
It has.
I always look forward to reading the monthly reports that arrive with the steamships from Britain.
Look at him smile.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. Who is this man? Why do I feel as though I've seen him before?
Oh my god.
I take it from your expression that you can't quite place me.
In that case, how about a little reminder, Seishiro? A firm tap should do it.
Yes.
Bonk.
Firm tap? What?
Here we go, then.
Oh!
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, guilty.
Oh! You're...
It's fucking surreal watching
Oh
a judge.
Wearing Naruto's outfit!
The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
He's remembering it wrong.
He's remembering it
Iris's
with
outfit.
because that's the clothes he's wearing right now, so that's the only way he can remember it.
And he doesn't have the. He's not wearing the hat.
Yo,
The hat is distinctive in his silhouette.
true. Your Excellency.
Hello, Judge Jigoku. How are you? It's been a long time.
It's been a very long time. I swear I have not seen it.
Good, you've remembered now. That really did the trick. Guilty!
I love the laugh animation with him holding the gavel like that.
It's
That's
very good. It's
so
very good.
funny.
And he makes the like sound, but he's not actually hitting anything.
Sound like the
It's
because
a
he's
sonic wave.
God, that's so good.
It's so powerful.
Only I was declared not guilty, wasn't I? And there was no laughing at the time.
So, London again after all this time. Hard to believe it's been 10 years.
How old are they?
Good question. To be honest, I never thought I'd be back.
So... Oh...
So...
Look at him wear his hat in the...
43.
Oh.
The Buzz 43. And so is Seshiro. They're both 43.
Man.
If they were all in the same year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could
So
be like a
16
year
years
apart.
They would have been in their 30s. They would have been in their 30s at that point, yeah.
16 years ago, they were in their mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they first came to Britain.
27. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd expect the judge to be older.
Yeah, me too. Judges are allowed to be younger than in their like 60s?
Wild.
And
Not
questionably ageless.
not London Judge. London Judge is definitely in his 60s.
It's so fucking surreal having a judge with a name and who you can see below his chest. Like,
Seshiro Jigoku.
And you want to get slammed down by?
good style? Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. I'm guilty. Your Excellency.
What do you
say
sentence
this.
Alex to? Your Excellency.
Oh.
Oh God.
25 years to life.
Army jail.
What for me?
It's actual jail.
I take my job very seriously.
You cannot. I do not like attempts at bribery.
No sexual favors in my courtroom.
Another reason I'm here actually is to implement the new horny jail system.
Oh my god.
Neither did I. Didn't imagine Japan would ever be invited to an international symposium like this. Though, really, I doubt anyone did, to be honest. It's all thanks to you, isn't it, Seshiro? Is it Seshiro or Seshiro?
Seishiro? The EI is pronounced A.
What are you talking about, Eugen?
Of course. Judge Jigoku. You must complete the set. He's the other man who, 16 years ago, came to London with Kazuma's father and Professor Mikotoba. He's the third visiting scholar.
Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches at the border took rather a lot of time. I must say, I'm very envious of your ministerial status. Didn't have to go through any of that, did you?
Oh, I knew you were jealous.
They're so cute and one of them's gonna die.
Yeah, don't.
No.
Sorry. Ministerial status.
You did, yes. Didn't you know? Seishiro here is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Oh, so just
Damn.
just doing double duty, huh?
God, you must be so busy.
Mm-hmm.
It was his personal insistence that allowed you to take Kazuma's place here on this study tour.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Thanks, buddy.
Guilty as charged.
I thought it was just my,
Wait to go into that.
I thought it was just, you know, my
Natural
boyish
charisma.
charms, natural charisma, my insistence at not leaving.
My puppy dog eye twinkitude.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you very much. He's really every bit as important as he looks.
Yes, Miss Naruhodo. I received a telegram from Lord Strongheart yesterday.
These gentlemen look so fucking fresh.
Oh.
God.
Mm-hmm.
You did?
It appears that some things came to light in a trial you were involved in 8 days ago.
Ah,
I'm sure you don't remember it.
yeah.
Just like, hey, just so you know.
About what happened 10 years ago. That tragedy.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes. Could you tell us any more about it?
Alright.
It's time for a potty break, y'all.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good time.
Alright.
We can.
Hey, Alex, take a potty break.
These.
I don't need the potty.
Alex, we're
You
stopping
wait
this
15
car.
minutes.
Go.
Empty the tank.
Iris is fucking on one of their jackets. I'm not talking anytime soon.
Please stop this car. Go to the bathroom.
I don't need to go potty.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, just got back.
I would. Oh, me too. Same exact fucking time.
Damn.
Miles and I continue to share aspects of being the same person.
Yep.
The fact that Try This and Right for Smash confused you and me a little bit.
Oh
Wait, what?
God.
Yeah, I mentioned something about how like I'm still in school, and he was like, "Oh, you're like the science person, right?"
Who?
Oh, because he probably heard me go on that
Yeah,
rant against harebrained scientific methods.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I thought that was funny.
That's very good.
I still don't think we sound alike, but evidently we sound the same.
Evidently.
I can't hear it, but it's because I know you guys too well.
I think it's...
There's sometimes.
It's my voice dropped, and you guys knew me before that, and so like
that's true.
I
you
don't
guys know my voice a lot.
Before.
Honestly, like, I don't with you for my voice dropped.
I don't fucking remember it though. Like
there's a cadence. Your cadence and how you speak is definitely different. So once we get to know each other, like our syntax varies significantly.
Yes. You guys do short phrases inflect similarly sometimes.
Yes.
I'll give you that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like when you spend enough time around someone, you like pick up some of their patterns, right? Like the fact that we're always on calls together makes me sound more like you guys than I would otherwise.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Alex always just like gets on some weird new bullshit, and then a week later we're all saying the weird new bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Miles and I were both like starting to say "same hat" more. Early, that was happening.
It's often like when I say the same thing as someone in Discord, I'll like reply with a hat emoji.
That's a good response, yeah. Hi.
Alright, we can talk to these very attractive men. But first, what's going on with this room?
Hold on a second. I want to look at this art.
Look at that! It's a picture of the Crystal Tower.
That's a new painting. Well, the Great Exhibition is one of Britain's most prestigious achievements in recent years.
I'm sure that building's been being built for a while. It wouldn't be a stretch for someone to have started on that a while ago.
I wonder how tall it is. It really does represent the pinnacle of scientific achievement in so many ways.
There's a 20-meter tall chimney on the bathhouse near my lodgings at UMA University. The attendant there is always boasting that it's the tallest object in the neighborhood.
I'm sure. Did you know that over the channel in Paris, there's a tower that's 300 meters tall?
Mm-hmm.
What? How many times taller than the chimney at UMA Soakin' Hot Springs is that?
Soakin'? Fucking God.
Soak in Hot Springs!
Oh, Jesus.
That's fucking funny, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if it's that tall, how does it draw properly? The smoke would get stuck, surely.
I don't think it's that sort of tower, Mr. Naruhodo.
What?
Someone married
You're
it.
telling me there's different kinds of towers?
He thought the Crystal Tower had a hot spring under it all this time.
Hey, no, I haven't seen you guys over a year. We just uncovered a decade-long secret that could destroy the stability between our countries, but check out this cool painting.
Have you seen all those sparkling jewels up there? They must have gathered every gem in the world for that.
Ah, it's called a chandelier, I believe. A chandler, I believe.
Could I be any more sparkly?
It's chandelier.
Oh.
Chandler's funnier. It's a chandler. It's designed to provide elegant lighting in large, spacious rooms like this one.
Yes, try this. That was the joke I was making.
So they had to gather every gem in the world just to illuminate one room.
It's probably electric light bulbs that are actually throwing the light.
No, Trithus, we use Google.
Got him.
I'm so glad all of you laughed.
Google.
If I tried
that was Joey's last name, actually. Google.
Joey Google. You know, the inventor
Joey
of Google.
I can't think of a third or Yahoo. Ross Yahoo.
Oh my god.
Chandler Bing, Joey Google, Ross Yahoo, and somehow they were all friends.
That's what the show's about.
That's what the show's about.
It's them overcoming their differences as search engines. We've invented a Tumblr thing that they would have been obsessed with for like a week, and then someone would have tried to make a Kickstarter for it.
Oh my god.
If I tried to hang something like that from the ceiling in the office, it would be scraping on the floor.
I think perhaps Chandlers aren't for you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Is
That would never come up
Chandler
again.
our
I'm going
new
to say it wrong.
prawn boker?
That fucked me up. That one got me.
I never did it. I never did it because I couldn't. I just couldn't.
I did try.
You would say it correctly and then get confused and say it like you would say prawn boker and then you'd try and correct yourself because you thought you said it wrong.
So, thought it was wrong. Yeah, for those of you who weren't here at the time, the entire case with Winterbank, we called it the prawn
prawn boker.
See, it sucks. You guys suck. All right.
It's great. It's perfect. It's not our fault that you can't do it.
And it's because I said it wrong one time, and Shasta's like, "Okay, it's the prawn bokery forever," and I'm like,
and I just accepted it because I
okay.
know the reason I accepted it is because I knew I would get it wrong.
prawn.
It was definitely prawn, yes, like prawn like shrimp.
We made a lot of shrimp jokes.
Because I figured if you were intentionally getting it wrong, it won't be weird when I get it wrong, not on purpose.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was the long con.
That desk is known as the hotel reception. Anyone wanting to spend the night has to report there to sign in for their stay.
Oh, so do you think that's the head clerk behind the desk there?
Yes, I'm sure it must be.
One of those two. I'd love to stay in a grand hotel like this for a little while, wouldn't you? Just to know what it's like.
If the hotel fee was paid through our stipend, I'm afraid I might bankrupt our homeland.
True. London gives
Your
the word
dad's staying here.
expensive a whole new meaning. They're being comped. London is paying for their stay at this hotel, not Japan.
Oh gosh.
I did expect Sholmes to be there. I just realized that every time we move, I expect him to be on the other side.
He's gonna show up that way here. I feel like.
I didn't even think about that. Look at those cases just left there on the trolley. Are they worried about thieves? I know I am.
Haven't you seen the porter over there? Don't worry, he's obviously keeping an eye on everything.
Oh, so it's a trap. Designed to catch any chancers who might be tempted. Hey, you were on the jury!
You were on the jury!
Yeah.
Didn't he run the... This guy ran the... Not troll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
boss.
Yeah, he ran the carriage. He ran the carriage service, or like he was like the head of the carriage.
Was he?
Yeah. He was like head of the
Dude,
carriage.
I don't fucking remember his name.
Travel.
This man yelling at Beppo.
Yeah.
Why did the porter give me such a scathing look just now, do you suppose?
Because you ruined his life.
We do that to a lot of
Well-
people. It's fine.
Some say you might look a little suspicious in your jet black clothes. Though you are wearing a fancy outfit.
Yeah, you're not wearing that.
I am wearing blue. Not to Everyone clad in black is some sort of ninja with intent to steal, you know? Not that weird. Am I?
You're
Yes,
a
but it's nothing to do with
weirdo.
your clothes.
You're a weirdo, affectionate.
Hey! Hey!
Ever seen me with this hat on?
Look!
Did you guys know I'm a lawyer?
Professor Mikotoba, I wonder, could I show you something?
Why do you seem so nervous?
I suppose because I'm a student showing something to a professor. It's always quite nerve-wracking.
Well, I'm sorry I perturb you in that way. But anyway, I'm afraid I have nothing useful to say about that, really.
Congratulations, I guess.
It's really
That seems like a generic answer.
It's not really.
You stole that off of someone that looked like a corpse.
That's not really my department. I'm not into that. Okay. Hi. So, how was the voyage?
Hi,
here?
smiley face.
Hi.
Well, 15 days at sea is a long time by anyone's standards.
Tony redeemed posture check. Ugh.
How dare.
Let me be.
I will not sit straight and you
bad.
can't make me.
I only sit gay.
But it wasn't as bad as what the fuck? But it wasn't as bad as when we first came 16 years ago.
No, that's true. Then I truly wondered if we wouldn't be drifting in the vast ocean for the rest of our lives. This time we followed the same route as you, so we were able to relax and enjoy the experience.
Ah, so you stopped in France's beautiful capital, Paris. Did we stop in Paris?
We did, yes, though only for one night.
Maybe? I don't think we were.
Not that we were made privy to.
That's
I just would see them very sad coming off of the boat because they're still mourning. And it's
Right,
like, oh,
I don't
cool,
think
Paris, I
Ryunosuke
guess.
was like fully cognizant of the rest of that sea journey.
Which is a problem, because that's where he learned all his law.
That's true. They didn't have time to get off the boat. Susato was giving him a crash course in British law.
And yesterday evening we left the port of Dunkirk for Dover.
Just in time for symposium, in fact. Starts tomorrow.
Tomato.
It's wonderful that you were invited to attend such an important international event. I'm very proud of you, Father.
It's thanks to Seishiro here. 16 years ago he managed to ingratiate himself with Britain's Attorney General. Oh, well? I'm sure that's why he was invited. And I suppose you could say I'm something of an appendage by default.
A weird way of saying that.
That's such a weird way. Speak for yourself, Eugen. You were close friends with the professor of forensic science at a major hospital.
Uh-oh.
Yes, well, I'd rather not dredge all that up, really.
Oh, God.
That was Wilson.
Yeah. Someone's gonna have to tell her.
Oh
Have
no!
to learn.
He's gonna meet Iris and immediately be like, ah!
He just freezes and doesn't move for a full hour.
He
and then,
just stares at her,
They just
eyes
leave her in the
wide.
corner, and then like an hour later, Miss Wilson. Pleasure to meet you.
How did you know my last name?
I didn't know who you are.
I didn't introduce myself.
Fuck, and then just leaves.
Yeah, Jigoku's buttons are sunflowers.
No, but there's been a lot of water under the bridge since then, but it doesn't bring him back.
Oh.
You need to put a butt
Kazuma's
at the
father,
beginning.
I suppose?
No.
Yes, Trathus. That's what Nick's badge is. Nick's badge is sunflowers. The professor. The killer who took the lives of 5 members of the British aristocracy. Was actually Kazuma's father, wasn't he?
That's correct. Genshin Asogi.
Shin.
Not K.
A Shin.
Genshin Impact.
Okay,
I
no,
had
we
seen
know,
this
we
dude's
know
name.
for a fact.
I had seen this dude's name before, and I only remember. Do you know how you can see a name and then forget it, and it sort of floats off your mind?
Yeah.
Because of Genshin Impact, this dude's name's been fucking imprinted on my brain for months.
Good. I'm glad he had the same first reaction.
He was a dude we've run into at some point.
Oh.
So, we knew for a fact that Aishin referred to Giselle. Like, Giselle, we knew that her real name is Aishin. We don't know what her first initial is, but we know that's her now. What we're missing is, like, what... Now, like, Gregson's also on that list, so it's like, what is this list?
Is this all the people who... Well...
Because now we know for sure that the K Asogi on there is Kazuma and not his dad.
That's true. Genshin.
You knew, I presume, Father?
Yes. He was a close friend at the time.
Oh, shit, that's me. Genshin came to Britain as a police detective. He was studying investigative techniques at Scotland Yard.
He was a pig.
I've never understood what drove the man to commit such heinous acts.
It was a closed trial, so the public never knew the truth. He was executed with little ado.
God, I hope Hosonaga comes back. Maybe we get Hosonaga this case because Gregson and
please.
and
Gina
are in France.
It's only been 8 days though. Are they gone?
They might be gone. I don't know.
They might.
They very well might be gone.
That would be neat as fuck. I want to see Hosonaga again. He's
I
such
miss
a
him.
weirdo.
I miss that strange
I want to know
man.
what the fuck is going. What disease does he have?
Probably
I think it's tuberculosis. It's gotta be fucking
I
tuberculosis.
think he's got consumption.
What a choice. Here's a wacky police detective. Oops, he's got consumption.
Oh man. To this day, very few people know what really happened, even in our homeland.
But what about Kazuma? Did he know? Did he know the truth about his father?
No, of course not. He was told his father passed from sickness.
Well... However...
The sickness of being hanged.
I suspect he may have had his doubts.
Oh, why?
As you know, I tried to guide Kazuma growing up, as if he were my own son.
Why'd you cross your arms, Jigoku?
Because we're doing a Star Wars here. He had great potential, but great darkness within him. And Jigoku told him, you shouldn't do this, but... I'll stop now. Then one day, he came to my office at the university and said...
Sup, dude? I
Baby
killed a bunch of
Kazuma.
people.
I've decided. I want to travel to Great Britain and study there.
Do you think?
I wanna cosplay this Susato outfit.
It's
You
very
would
cool.
you would rock that.
Yeah.
He wanted to come here to investigate his father's death.
I don't know. But when I looked into his eyes, I did know that there was no way I would be able to stop him.
Something else came to light in that trial the other day, actually.
Oh? What?
Well, having disappeared in Hong Kong and been missing for almost a year, Kazuma's since turned up here in London, working as the apprentice of Lord Van Zieks.
What?
What? That's news to us!
Damn!
Oh shit.
So,
Yeah.
Lord Strongheart's telegram neglected to mention that part then. As you know, we both thought Kazuma had died on that steamship during our voyage to Great Britain in January.
But he didn't die. He's alive. And you knew, didn't you, Father?
In actual fact, no. What I did know is that when your ship docked in Hong Kong, he mysteriously vanished. We sent a team of investigators to Hong Kong.
We sent a team of investigators to Hong Kong to try to ascertain what had happened, but to no avail.
But he's still alive. And here in London, you say?
Interesting.
I never dared to even dream it.
Why on earth did the young man not make contact? The government and the police have been chasing clues fruitlessly for months now.
Well, it seems that he was suffering from amnesia.
What? Amnesia?
When we first came across him again here in London, he didn't know who either of us were.
I see.
He only regained his memory 8 days ago.
This is unbelievable.
Yes, it's quite miraculous. I wonder why Lord Strongheart didn't let us know.
Indeed.
He's up to some shady shit.
I must speak with him urgently.
I wonder how Kazuma's been these past few days. Would it be wrong of us to go and visit him? No! Go see your boyfriend!
That's what friends do!
It began 16 years ago now. It's a distant memory, really. It was Yujin here, Genshin Asoki, and myself. We were the original three. The first judicial scholars from Japan to travel overseas to study.
Ocean voyages were not what they are today, I can tell you.
16 years ago. Things were tough for their generation.
Your father was an exceptionally fine medical student at Yume University at the time, you know, young lady.
Yes, grandmother told me.
I want to know Grandma's name.
He went to do research at a great London hospital to study autopsy, practically unheard of in Japan.
Yes, it was an eerie place. Sandwiched between the back of a prison and a burial ground.
Really?
That's where fucking Trevor went.
Really?
Well, fuck.
Ugh. Not more talk of graves.
Very often, there's no one willing to deal with bodies following autopsy work.
So you see, autopsy labs have something of an unavoidable relationship with graveyards and prisons.
Not my cup of tea at all.
Do you remember that Scottish prison governor? Caden, his name was. He was a good man.
Okay.
Yes, but then of course our 6th year here, everything changed with that dreadful case.
Weird they just dropped a name.
Flashback case?
I'm sure we'll be seeing Caden.
Caden jail?
Caden jail.
When Genshin's arrested for a series of the most gruesome murders.
I simply couldn't believe it. I'd known the man for years.
I was a witness at the secret hearing, and I tried to speak in his defense, but... Ooh.
Sorry, had to sneeze. But you went a little too far and ended up facing charges yourself, didn't you?
You should have sneezed in character. Would have been great.
I sneeze so loudly, Molly.
Sneeze in British. Well, suffice to say that after that trial we were sent back to Japan.
Her grandmother's name, Ikue Mikotaba. Cute. Maiden name, Shin. Okay.
There was nothing more we could do to save Genshin. He was a lost cause, sadly.
Blow the mic out for a sneeze. It's for the art, Shasta. Oh, Susato.
Well, if you'll excuse us now.
Yes, I'd like to get this trunk up to my room as soon as possible.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have held you up here for so long.
I'll call for the porter then. Just wait here.
Oh. Zoom. Susato-san's gone off at a run.
Nyum!
I'd like to stay and talk more, but I do have various preparations to make for tomorrow.
Yes, of course. It must be a big responsibility representing our entire country. I wish you the best of luck.
Naruto. I hope you'll keep an eye on Susato for me. Keep looking after her, as you obviously have been.
Aww. Oh, no, I mean, if anyone's looking after anyone, it's her looking after me.
Well, I do appreciate you being there for her. After all, I've been a miserable father to her. I've thoroughly let her down.
Oh no, we're having a heartfelt, touching conversation. He's been marked for death.
Oh god.
Sorry. What do you mean?
Well, at least Iris and Susato
Don't even say that, Molly.
I'm so
will be able to relate to each other.
Oh, no.
I feel like it's gonna be Jigoku between the two, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that he's gonna be the falsely accused.
The murked.
Well, they just said that Jigoku, tried to defend Genshin just a little too hard, so I feel like he's a better setup for the murderer.
Oh, interesting.
Or a better setup for, I mean, if he got sent to court, he could be someone who the Reaper's like, oh, this man did crimes and should die.
What I'm wondering that we might uncover now is if perhaps Genshin was falsely accused.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking too.
Absolutely.
When
Yeah.
they bring this much shit about the past and a great tragedy of a case, we're gonna end up turning something over.
Please, game.
I don't know whether
please,
it's
no
gonna be
dead dilfs.
Oh my god.
Well, it was 16 years ago that I started my long study tour here in Britain, as you know. The very year Susato was born.
Yes, I heard.
The birth of my daughter was the most joyous event of my life. But Well, sadly it was accompanied by the most tragic event of my life, too.
Yeah, her mom died. Oh, yes. So Sato-san hinted at something like that.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Anyway, I won't bore you with the details.
No, bore me with the details.
No, please do! Fucking please!
Do.
The point is, I became rather less dependable than befits a grown man. And it was then that Seishiro offered me the opportunity to study here in Great Britain.
I was too worried about you to leave you behind.
Oh my god!
Christ. So perhaps I was a little heavy-handed when it came to persuading you to accompany me to London.
So, that's what happened in a nutshell. And that's all the reason why I now feel compelled to give my daughter as many opportunities as I can. Though the world does not readily afford young women such things, I must say.
I completely understand, Professor. Which is also why he was like, yeah, you could be in court.
Hell yeah, do your thing.
I'll help you dress up like a man so nobody questions you.
You want to commit crimes? Go for it, girl. One other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. If I may be so bold, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, no. Oh, really? Of course. What can I do for you?
Well, the thing is,
Oh, death flag, death flag, death flag.
I'm sorry that took so long.
Sato, you just killed your dad!
Mr. Sato!
Now then, allow us to take your bags. You've got it.
Allow me to take your bags?
One moment, if you please, Porter.
Of course, sir.
Is he actually gonna finish his train of thought? Damn it. Oh no. The machine around your neck. It's a camera, I believe.
Quite right, sir. Just 5 shillings for a lovely photograph to commemorate a wonderful stay at the hotel, sir.
We're gonna have our photograph taken with the photographers.
Well, I think given the occasion, we could justify the expense.
Oh, yes, of course.
This man is fucking dead.
Oh, no.
Oh, they changed real quick.
Oh, you're right. I would like to thank you for coming with me, Mr. Naruhodo.
Motherfucker.
It's really made Father very happy, I think.
Stop it!
I'm pleased then. But we were interrupted before. Professor Mikotopa was about to ask me something.
Oh well.
Shall we return to Baker Street then?
It can wait.
No.
I'll expect Iris to have some delicious tea waiting for us.
Iris just starts talking shit about all the other people in the neighborhood. All the shit she's heard.
Yes, let's go.
Iris is gonna have a new friend in the Dead Dad Club.
I'm getting more and more anxious about Cosmo, though.
Well, she got Cosmo
That's not what
already.
you should be worried about, Naruhodo.
Perhaps I'll try to meet with Lord Strongheart later and ask after him.
God, that impending doom is real, isn't it? Oh boy.
It's gonna be another professor murder too.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be funny to go right to the legal consultancy because that's technically upstairs from this room.
We
So
have
it's like
to go.
skipping this room to go right. We have to go through this room to be upstairs in the first place.
Sprint through a full speed Naruto ready. You cannot
avoiding
stop us.
Herlock.
Oh
He's
my.
like, oh wait! And he's like, nope, we're not talking to you, weirdo.
Oh, wait. Why is Cosmo's mask on the coffee table?
Hey, oh, I saw this on Twitch. I saw this scene. I saw him standing there in this room, and I was like, God damn it.
This is Sholmes. This is Sholmes. What is he doing?
Playing the violin badly.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it has to be it, right?
If that's the way they're like Romanizing bad violin sound, that's or onomatopoeizing, whatever the word is. Oh god.
What was that?
Dead cat.
A man screaming in a most unflattering way.
Honestly,
Selena, I think, heard that through my headphones. When she
Still-
woke up.
Oh, so do you think could it have been Mr. Sholmes?
Oh my, I do hope not.
I think Selena heard the screeching.
Hello?
Oh, are they? Is that Dutch? No. Danish?
Who the fuck?
I think they're Scottish, right?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure it out just off of the accented
So,
ease. This
hey,
line and their
Levi,
looks.
do you want to be a small child?
I can't do Scottish.
Just want to be a small child. Alex has nobody.
I mean, Alex is gonna have
I have a lot of
Iris,
small children.
presumably, and also has had a
Right.
lot of small children.
I've had a lot of children for some reason.
Which is
take
why
the
I was gonna
child,
say
I guess.
was gonna say Levi do small child and Alex do fancy lad.
I do like his face, his weird fucking face.
If you want to be small
Crying
child, you want to
child.
be small child.
Sure.
This sobbing child who's just like.
I don't do it anymore. I'm trying to like figure out how to.
I don't do it anymore.
It's so not Italian. Oh, maybe.
He's so French.
Yes.
Of course, it's gonna be Alex.
Mon ami, mon ami. Stop this disgraceful display, huh?
I like how Alex's French noises are better than Alex's French accent.
Yeah.
Like the noises, like those are like
Oh, the red hair wasn't just like a stylistic thing in that opening
it's
segment.
gonna be a family, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
All these
That was a
people.
cutscene.
Look at the hair. It's bright red.
Also, my want for when they mentioned that investigators from all over the world were going to show up is coming true. We're meeting Herlock Sholmeses from all over the world.
Oh,
We're
God.
meeting French Herlock and French Iris.
Oh my god.
I think they must be clients of Mr. Sholmes.
Which makes it me being.
Hey!
Right, you two, you come on with me now, down to the clink.
Gina!
No, not in prison. It is damp and dark and damp, and I don't like it.
He's got a little tummy showing. Boff, the darkness is my friend. I am not scared.
Hello, darkness,
You?
old friend.
This guy's friend with the darkness?
But you are always scared of the dark.
Shut your mouth, you idiot! I will sit quietly in the dark and plan our next daring ace.
No. You're gonna admit that in front of the new cop.
I like this. I don't like it.
Oh my god!
Well, Cop, we'll finish this down the guy. Now get moving.
Fuck.
He's
fainted.
fainted.
Yes, ma'am.
Just fucking fainted.
What the fuck is going on?
Come on, Jimmy. Have fun. I've been going through like a million different accents.
This goes from voices to 3 voices, all with very strong, different accents.
Thanks, Iris. And thanks, you great detective.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Fucking dead.
Little Tommy and little
Well, that was a lot.
God.
They're all gone, except for Iris, maybe.
God.
Gina makes such a good detective.
No, they're not here yet.
Yes, I was in the chat. They're not here yet. No!
We didn't get their names.
Fuck.
We didn't get anything about them.
No.
Damn it.
I laughed before and I did a good job, but everyone was talking over it, so fuck you guys. Aww.
Get
Gina
fucked.
makes a fine detective herself, doesn't she?
Oh, Susie! And Bruno!
Hello, Iris. Whoa.
Well, did you find your daddy?
Not yet.
Sophie, I'm giving 38 and 52.
I want them to be like 12 and 14.
The tall one is 12.
Yes.
Yes, we arrived at the hotel just before he and his friends. He and his friend. Singular.
That was only one.
Oh, well, that's great news. I hope I'll get to see my daddy again soon.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Rude.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Uh-huh.
Everyone is just
love
grimace
my
emoji.
daddy. I hope he's not dead. Killed by some racist bitch who seems to actually be not white at all.
Do you know what I kind of what this isn't gonna be what happened, but the idea that Iris knows and has been fucking with us this whole time is very, very possible.
Oh my god.
It's so funny.
She almost told her immediately and it was very open, like, hey listen, something happened to your father. And she grieved, had her own time, and it's now been long enough that she can fucking rag on us constantly for not telling her.
It took 6 months between like him dying and them getting to London, and Jones could have easily sent her a telegram like, "Hey, just so you know."
She grieved about it, and then found out these two know, and they're like, I'm gonna drop the fact that that's my dad and see if they tell me, and if they don't, oh hell be upon them.
Passive aggressive hell be upon them. Oh yes, of course.
Dr. John H. Wilson.
Ah, there's Justa.
So, Iris, all that remains now is that greatest of problems known to man.
Blue balls.
There, oh my
I
god!
forgot you did this.
Wait, his hair!
Oh my god!
What's wrong with his
hold on.
hair?
So he's dyed his hair is dyed because of the case, right? Like this can't be the
Yeah.
costume.
In the original costume, his hair was normal color.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What did you do?
But
Great,
before
now
we
he has
concern ourselves with
colored
that,
hair and pronouns.
I believe some tea is in order, don't you, my fellow? Oh man. Oh man.
We're never leaving this room. This is
I'm
where
sorry,
we should-
I'm sorry.
Happy Trans Day of Visibility, everybody.
Oh shit, that's good. Oh. Ooh.
Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo?
God, I love this
There's
costume.
a couple of things.
The red hair looks really good.
The costume's so good.
I I just like him without his hat. He's infinitely sexier without his hat on.
Yeah.
And his jacket.
It's true.
Do I have a crumb, or so should I cut my face?
If only he wasn't gay.
Damn.
Bam.
It's not a problem for me. Not so much on your face as on your head, I'd say.
Well, I guess, if only he also wasn't a massive bot.
If only he was real, I think is the first step.
Less of a problem for Molly.
Yeah.
I'm being called out! I'm being harassed!
Come along then, everyone. I brewed a lovely special blend. Time for tea.
It's called the I Miss My Daddy blend.
It's a Father's Day blend.
You know, November 1st, notoriously Father's Day.
Later.
I feel like this line is very appropriate to this Discord.
Whatever is going on here today? What is happening? Oh god. Just sort of your hair and the vibe is just really weird.
God,
In that case,
we
let's
finished
sit
the
and
last
drink now.
case and we've all... Let us sit and drink now. Everybody, pop open a cold
drink.
one.
I don't have a cold one. All I've got
Finish
is
my
milk and
pineapple
water.
juice.
I gotta go get milk.
I have a lukewarm one or two. Does that count?
I already finished my warm tea.
Yeah.
My
Two
liver's
hydrates.
not allowed to take more alcohol.
3 hydrates. Y'all better be
3
hydrated.
hydrates.
Shoved it in the same thing.
Y'all better be fucking hydrated.
There, one less water bottle on my desk.
Oh my god.
For I am, in fact, expecting a guest later today.
I'm expecting a guest right now. What the fuck's on your coffee table? Hey! Hey, what the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, shut the fuck. I don't care. Shut the. What is that?
Oh, did he leave it with us?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, man.
Did he take the mask with him?
The mask Cosimo wore when he was assigned to Lord Van Seeks as his apprentice. When he cast it aside after the trial the other day, I just sort of picked it up.
Ah, okay.
We ought to give it back to him, I suppose.
Next time.
But it is also kind of cool to have on the coffee table.
Ryunosuke and
It's a conversation
Susato's
piece.
outfits were made by Iris, and Sholmes's made his by himself.
Jones made his. Of course.
The names for the costumes do say Iris is handmade for Susato and for Ryunosuke, so I feel like that's telegraphed pretty well. It does not surprise me that Sholmes made his by himself. Susato had neither Susato nor Iris had any hand in that ensemble.
He just kind of threw some curtains together.
He has his memory back now, doesn't he? Went to the prawn bokery. And I can't help feeling he might turn around and tell me coldly to wear it myself.
But isn't he your best friend?
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm feeling a little insecure right now.
He's scary.
Isn't he your best friend? Yeah, he's also my boyfriend, and
It's just
he neds me.
It's been a really long time.
Mr. Sholmes, who were the 2 gentlemen that were here before?
Oh, just a pair of petty criminals. Nothing of significance. Of course, they have to make a living somehow. And when the mood takes me, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to all manner of infractions.
Huh?
What?
Okay.
Did you pay them to dye your hair?
Oh.
When the mood takes you.
And Gina arrested them for it?
All manner of infractions.
Crime against good taste.
But when such fellows set their sights upon Mr. Herlock Sholmes, well, that's when their luck runs out.
They tried to steal from Sholmes.
Mm.
Oh my! You were the target of a crime, Mr. Sholmes.
They tried to steal the picture of him as a sexy lady.
Yes.
But I quickly devised a plan to entrap them and deliver them to our young detective ally.
Entrapment?
You should have asked Gregsy to come too. He could have had an arresting. We could have had an arresting tea party.
I did send word, but no answer was forthcoming.
He's dead.
Oh.
The man is consummately in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's a word for it, I'm sure.
It's funny, this game being so much more connected makes me genuinely much more concerned that anyone's gonna die at any time.
Yeah.
True. Aha! I have it. A bungler. That's the word.
Is it though? Is it? Are you sure?
Are you
You
sure?
want another guess at that
Are
one?
you sure it's a
Bungler.
bungler? It's a good job he's not here to hear you say that. So those redheads have been up to no good.
I wonder what the men did.
What was that about the greatest of problems known to man that you mentioned before?
Is it another fiendishly intricate case, Mr. Sholmes?
How should I best explain it? Are you aware of the theory of evolution by natural selection, perchance?
Oh wow, they foreshadowed this coming up.
Yeah.
Darwin was mentioned in a thing.
That's what I mean.
In the newspaper. Well, I think I've heard talk of it somewhere. Possibly.
It's a revolutionary scientific theory that was newly proposed 40 years ago now.
It's in my book.
According to its author, Mr. Darwin, we humans were once apes who lived in the treetops.
Wait, what? We were apes.
We were monkeys.
Indeed. And from the very moment those apes descended from the canopies to live as humans. It has been our lot to be at the mercy of the greatest problem known to man.
Consciousness? Our lot.
The burden
For having to
of
wear shoes.
knowing.
The burden of self-awareness.
Why, is it not obvious, my dear madam? The problem of rent.
Ah, of course.
That's a good punchline.
This guy.
That is a great punchline.
He's not wrong, but he's also funny. But did you not receive a rather large sum of money from Madame Caspels only the other day?
If you want to help me pay rent, you can sub to my Twitch, or you can tip me out my coffee.
You want to help Molly solve the greatest problem known to man.
KOFI. The greatest problem known to man. Rent. Oh.
Pshaw! A large sum? One potted herb from Iris and a new motor car for me later. And all of it has quite disappeared, I assure you.
Why did you buy a car?
Honestly, Hurley, you know you squandered it.
Yes, well, anyway. I discovered the answer to Maiden's greatest problem. For the coming month, at least.
And what was the answer?
Why, there's a essential clue before your very eyes.
Is it your hair?
I'm going to work on this.
Tell me! Let me see!
I would guess the outfit, but we
And someone pointed out,
specifically made that
Courtney
happen.
pointed out, look at his pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said the pipe has changed,
I
too.
thought it was different, but I didn't want to point it out.
I think the pipe is different because
Courtney said
the
it in the
costume
chat a
is
couple minutes ago.
different.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh yeah, I'm talking about it being a costume change, not a... But
Okay.
just thought it was cool. I hadn't noticed I didn't see him have the pipe out yet. I hadn't noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Humans are sorry creatures, unable to see what's right in front of their noses. Let me give you some assistance.
We need a witness who's named Karl Marx and his good roommate Fred Engels.
Angles.
Don't look, but observe me very closely. What do you say? Don't touch. There's one particular feature about my person that has changed. You should notice it in the end, I think.
Just one.
God,
Just what- yeah.
this
Just one.
was the best case to change his
Time.
costume for.
Absolutely.
In the end, it's been stabbing me in both eyes right from the very beginning of our conversation.
You can stab me elsewhere, though.
Good night,
I think we might need
Nilla.
another clue before... Night, Nilla. Talk to you later. I think we might need another clue before we uncover the full answer, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah?
Thanks for the hint. I'll be tearing my hair out if this charade goes on much longer.
Are you
Listen,
asking?
she thinks Sholmes is the coolest. She's not, like, she's distracted.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, he's so cool.
Cool. Never mind, I'm not gonna make that joke.
Mr. Sholmes, isn't it about time you told us the truth? Just over a week ago, you said to us...
God. Put him away, whore.
And
Cover them up, slut.
That's what it is.
I will tell you now something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that.
Why are you lying to me?
Why the fuck you lying?
Why are you always lying? That case aboard the SS Burya in January. Cosimo wasn't killed, and you knew he wasn't dead all that time. So what was really going on?
The fellow was unconscious for a very long time. If he hadn't regained consciousness when he did, his life would have been in mortal peril.
Moral peril?
God would have been very unhappy with him. Of course, the side effect of the prolonged comatose state was amnesia, as you now know. It was a simple enough task to silence the crew.
But
I like how because he's not wearing the hat, they put the mask on his. They like let him. It sits on his chest.
Yeah.
When the mask is on his head, when his hat is on.
But how?
After they'd carried him out to the cabin, I assembled them in the lobby area. Then I made them swear to leave him unconscious and have him unlaid from the ship in Hong Kong as a murdered corpse.
Oh, how horrible.
It was necessary to find some material with which to persuade the crewmen to keep their word, of course.
But why? Why do it in the first place?
I will be at liberty to elaborate in due course. But for the time being, I would like to reassure you. I didn't foresee subsequent events.
What events?
His disappearance in Hong Kong.
Oh. What?
Oh!
I believe I may have made a gross error in judgment.
What? Mr. Sholmes?
Anyways.
What?
So he actively assisted in he was like the mastermind, not the mastermind, but he planned on
Yeah. What about the girl who thinks she murdered a guy?
making sure he survived.
Well, it seems like if the entire crew also knew, then they wouldn't have delivered her over.
Right. I just like that feels like something that worries me more than anything else is her safety and what's going on.
Alex, I don't think we're gonna get answers because she has not literally been mentioned since we saw her in that first case,
Which
unfortunately.
is so weird. But, like, they answer a lot of questions about a lot of different things in this game, but they don't even said, nope, sorry.
This looks like last week's edition.
What's that article circled in red ink there?
It's an advertisement column. It says, "To the Red-Headed League."
The Red-Headed League? What's that?
God. I don't know. I've never heard of it before. But there's something we have to talk about.
Is something on my face?
Clearly this has something to do with that. Lively hair. The Red-Headed League article has been entered into the court record. An advertisement from the newspaper that's entitled to the Red-Headed League. It seems somewhat suspicious in nature. I find this article to be a bit sus. To the Red-Headed League on account of the bequest of the late Ezekiel Hopkins of Lebanon, Pennsylvania,
Hezekiah, I think it's probably.
Hezekiah, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Lebanon, Pennsylvania. There is now another vacancy open which entitles a member of the League to a salary of £4 a week for purely nominal services. All red-headed men who are sound in body and mind and above the age of 21 years are eligible. Apply in person on the morning of the 31st at the large park on Lime Street. Get £4 per week if you're a redhead. A most fantastic money-making opportunity. Fantastic. Anyway, public health report. Despite the condition of the City of London itself of late, it has been a positive year so far in public health. There have been fewer cases of consumption reported when compared to this time last year, and smallpox is at an all-time low, thanks to the vaccinations offered at the smallpox and fever hospitals throughout various parts of London. Doctors, however, warn that there appears to be the beginning of yet another cholera epidemic on the horizon. Although the cause of such outbreaks remains unclear, the public is strongly advised to drink only water which has previously been boiled. That's about $780 per week.
Ain't too bad.
God,
that's
damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just for having red hair? What's this? Okay, retrospective continued from page 1. Truly, more than any other nation, Britain has been successful in its endeavors, thanks in part to the generosity of its many investors and its long, illustrious tradition of fostering inquiries into the sciences. Lest it be forgotten, she is the nation that gave to the world the genius of Sir Isaac Newton. However, there is one other factor at work, the shifting field of economic thought. Despite the fact that Adam Smith's magnum opus, The Wealth of Nations, was published in 1776, the doctrine of laissez-faire has only begun to truly take root in the last few decades. It remains to be seen just how influential and enduring his ideas will prove to be. Great.
Man, I make $18.50 an hour. Rock's making more than I am.
God, I don't think
For dyeing his hair red.
I don't think he's getting.
But he's not
I don't
making it
think
yet.
He's making any money. To be clear.
Bro,
St.
not yet.
I don't think he's gonna get in.
Hospital. The latest research findings and leading hypotheses this month from the Teaching Hospital of London. There is an emerging consensus among doctors and scientists of all nations whereby the theory of miasma is being soundly rejected as experiment after experiment and has yielded conclusive evidence in support of what physician John Snow has concluded many years prior, that there is a strong correlation between contaminated water and the prevalence of certain diseases. In fact, the latest news to arrive from the continent is consistent with our own research into the so-called germ theory, by which minuscule microorganisms are the actual cause of a great many illnesses. The medical community has already begun in earnest to identify and categorize the tiny creatures as microscopes, also continue to improve through the dedicated work of London's famous instrument makers. We expect that in the coming years, improved instrumentation will allow us to see the germs with further clarity and in greater detail as never before. I love these so much. I love all of the newspapers. They bring me joy. Hey,
yeah, I think it's really neat because last case we were like, is germ theory a thing yet? And then like this case, now they're talking about it.
It's very cool. And like their public health notice was like, hey, boil your water before you drink it, please.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much cholera. It looks as though someone circled an advertisement in this paper, Mr. Sholmes.
To the Red-Headed League? Does that strike you in some way?
I was thinking that just maybe it might be related to your bright red hair. The fucking little smirk. You little shithead. You little shithead.
So, at last you've learned to apply my methods, Mr. Naruto.
Sorry?
Putting 1 and 2 together?
I've connected
In the
the
first
dots.
instance, and quite indispensable observation.
I definitely noticed your hair a long time ago. Believe me, I could have seen that hair with my eyes shut.
So then, allow me to regale you with the details of my latest exploits.
Regale or boast?
They're one and the same, are they not?
¿Por qué no los dos? I was still in the French mode, I almost said pourquoi.
Pourquoi no los dos?
I did. So when I was in like 6th or 7th grade or something. My older brother was taking French in high school, but I had been like taking Spanish, and he had taken Spanish at some point too, but I didn't know quoi was French for what? So I thought he was just harassing me by saying K wrong. I was convinced he was just saying K wrong. It wasn't for like a really long time, like an embarrassingly long amount of time, that I finally learned that quoi was French.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You got there.
I got there eventually, but God, I was just ready to believe he was
Stop
harassing
saying
me.
it like that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think I even like said that to him once, and he just laughed at me but didn't explain. So that just made me believe it more. So, what is the Red-Headed League, which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you've circled?
You noticed it in the paper, then?
Where else?
That, my dear fellow, was going to be the source of this month's rent payment.
It was. How?
According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellows of unspecified governance.
It's a fucking cult.
In fact, the only condition for becoming a member is having red hair.
That doesn't entirely surprise me.
But listen to what the lucky redheads receive once they join. An unconditional salary of £4 a week.
You know, Jones, if you had dyed your hair a less offensive shade of red, it might have worked.
Oh my! £4 a week!
Did you, like, move where you were, Miles?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laying back because I'm getting sleepy.
Okay, just suddenly you were in a big bubble.
Oh my!
But why? What are they paying people for?
That I don't know. No details are given in the advertisement.
But surely every red-headed person in the country would be flocking to join in that case.
You guys are gonna get robbed. You're right, Susie. There's no time to lose. I'll put in my application at once.
Close enough.
Do you have red hair? So will I.
Technically.
Just on the off chance. On the off chance.
That might be stretching a point, I think.
Very dark red.
Trouble is, there are a fixed number of members, you see.
Good night, Selfie.
Nighty night.
Night. See you next week.
Oh, I see. So once a certain number of people have joined, no one else can.
But as luck would have it, one member recently passed away.
So it wasn't particularly lucky for the redhead in question, I feel, Mrs. Jones.
So you decided to try and join in his place?
Correct. I mean, look at me. Have you ever seen such a red-headed fellow?
No.
So why did it have to go all wrong?
What on earth happened?
A blunder, Mr. Norohodo. Though it pains me
Well,
to admit.
advertisement is with an actual British people often say that word. Like that's
yeah.
not a joke.
Yeah.
Right? Advertisement is like the British
Yeah.
pronunciation of advertisement.
Yeah. We're not doing a joke.
I feel like I've said both in English, in
Yeah,
American English, at different times.
I've
Yeah,
heard people
it's
say
local.
advertisement over here, but like I've heard more advertisements over there than I have advertisements.
Yeah. It's just it's how
Yeah.
British
Yeah, it's like
people talk.
it's like a regional thing in both the UK and the US, as far as I know.
A blunder, Mr. Naruto, though it pains me to admit it.
A blender. A blender?
A blender.
You're trying to make margaritas and it just went all wrong.
Smoothly, actually.
What did you actually do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes?
Don't worry about it.
I'm glad you asked, Mrs. Otto. What you see atop my head is neither dyed nor a hairpiece.
Oh god.
What did you do?
What did you do?
I changed the color of my hair overnight. By the wonders of chemistry. Oh, no.
You dyed it?
You dyed it! You dyed it! Brits don't know
He's
words.
gonna die.
They don't even know what a biscuit is!
Wow, I'm glad Em went to bed.
Oh. Chemistry.
I was conducting some research into a method of rejuvenating spent tea leaves.
Oh, we're back on the...
God, you're so
back on
full
the
of
tea
shit.
leaves?
And in the course of my work, I stumbled upon a potion that, when taken, turns one's hair flame-like red.
A potion?
You've done this before?
Would you like to try it? It'll make every hair on your body perfectly crimson.
Oh no!
I would like to see the match, please.
Do the curtains. Do the curtains.
I think it's carpet, Molly. Did the carpet match the drapes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard curtains somewhere.
There is something that's referred to as curtains. It's not that.
I think I'll pass.
Mr. Sholmes, is it quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it?
Amateurs are always hampered by such fears.
Such fears as bodily safety.
Oh, I should never have doubted you, Mr. Sholmes. You mean to say...
We do not want hair that
But
looks
of
like
course!
that. It's so bad.
To earn £4 a week, one must be prepared to turn a blind eye to a little danger.
Again. That degree of red signals more than just a little danger, surely. You look positively
It tells us he's poisonous. Yeah.
Anyway, Hurley left full of confidence yesterday with his new red hair. His new red hair.
His hair new red.
Hair red. I can't get it out of my brain. It's quite horrifying, actually. For the park on Lime Street, where the Red-Headed League were interviewing prospective new members.
So, what went wrong?
The whole park was choked with red-headed folk like a coaster's orange barrow. I queued for 8 hours solid before at last I reached the front.
Oh boy. So you were voting?
But when the panel of interviewers saw me, they immediately said... That sneeze.
Do it, coward.
Sneeze and
No.
sneeze. Sneeze and Sholmes.
Sneeze.
No! I've
Yes.
already sneezed, it's over.
No! Coward!
No, you whore.
Pussy!
Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Are you in disguise to conduct an investigation?
They knew who you were.
They fucking recognized you. They, of course they did. There was no way you were getting in. They know you're not a redhead.
So naturally, I had no choice but to reply.
Yes.
Shh! Don't give me away. After which I could do little else but turn and leave.
You should have wearing that outfit with that red hair, and they're like, we don't know what the fuck you're doing, but Mr. Sholmes.
Then, this morning, when I looked in the mirror, irritation stirred within me.
It hadn't changed.
I wonder
back.
why.
So I turned that pair into the police.
Wait, what?
Were they the interviewers?
What did they have to do with anything?
Oh dear, what a disaster. for Hurley and those two redheads.
Were they the interviewers and he's just being petty?
He said earlier that he's willing to overlook a bit of small crime. I think those were people we overlooked, but now he's like, I need to get my revenge on someone, and it's redheads, and I know these two criminals.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Mr. Sholmes, you mentioned before that you were expecting a guest today.
Indeed, Mr. Sato. That is correct.
Not another one of those red-headed gentlemen that were here before.
Not at all. They were petty villains. The guest I am expecting is a client.
Oh?
A young gentlewoman who wishes to appoint the services of the great detective, no less.
Oh, how wonderful, Mr. Jones.
You must stay and observe the fashion in which a great detective receives his customers.
Can't wait. Must we?
New hot lady. New hot lady.
I have you in my clutches now, Rent. Just as I have you in my clutches, redheads.
What if the client is,
Old
Scythe's
hot
daughter?
lady. Old hot lady. Oh, cute girl.
Is who? Oh, Scythe's daughter.
Yeah, Scythe's daughter would be fun.
I want it. I want to talk to her more.
Mm-hmm.
That hearty laugh is masking rather sinister thoughts, I feel. This is really unsettling.
You know, the lady isn't due for another hour yet. We don't have an hour, we have 3 minutes. I feel as though you must wait around and have other things to do.
We do have other things. Next time.
Yeah.
This was a great. This is so much good things.
This was a great Ace Attorney.
This was a great Ace Attorney.
Shut the fuck.
Shut the fuck.
Shut the fuck. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. We will be back next Thursday with more The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I will be streaming again on Tuesday, playing more Elden Ring. I'm having a fucking blast. I might... No. Never mind, I can't. I forgot I have D&D on Saturday. I thought I had the Saturday free. I had all these plans. I was gonna stream Elden Ring on Saturday, but I can't. So never mind, I'll see you on Tuesday. I hope you have a great rest of your nights, and I will see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Get out of here.
Good night.